Avalanche and Ducks, and McKinnon and Carlson. So put on your listening sweaters for the Avs and Ducks. Force of nature versus dodgeball maneuver. Live for your listening pleasure around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Eric Johnson, good evening.
Connor, good to be back with you. I like how you changed it up from waterfowl to dodgeball.
We got everybody warmed up on waterfowl this morning, and we are now into dodgeball maneuver.
It's good to be up in the Peter McNabb broadcast booth with you, Connor, and all this extra space. I don't feel like I'm giving you a lap dance tonight.
Yeah, which is a nice change of pace, especially for Alan Baca, who's involved in all of it. Pat Chavez, Alberto Urueta, Mark Springer along as well. This is the marquee game, not just tonight in the National Hockey League, but maybe so far. Let's see if it lives up to the billing. It is Carlson and McKinnon at center ice. Again, the top 2 point getters in the National Hockey League up until this point. Avalanche in burgundy and blue, going right to left in the first. The Ducks, white sweaters, orange pants, orange helmets and gloves, going the opposite direction. Puck is down, and we are underway as McKinnon wins it back to Devon Taves. Cale Makar, cross country for Arturi Lehkonen. McKinnon holds. Now Lehkonen 2-on-2 across the Ducks line. Leads it for Marty Necas. Sweeps it behind the net. Glider far side corner. Still getting used to seeing him in a Ducks uniform. Turnover. Cale Makar lets it go. Blocked in front. He's got his own rebound. Now throws it towards the cage. Lehkonen was there for a tap in. Lehkonen tries again. He scores! Into the hockey game, Colorado strikes first. They're up 1-0.
This whole sequence starts in the Ducks D zone. Kreider turns the puck over, and the Avs get to work. McKinnon gets it down low and finds Arturi Lehkonen right in the slot, and Art one-times it home through the 5-hole of Dostal. Beautiful sequence by the Avalanche. Great forechecking pressure. What a start to the game for the Avs.
Here's Alan Roach.
Goal scored by number 62, Arturi Lehkonen. His 7th goal of the season, assisted by number 29, Nathan McKinnon, and number 8, Cale Makar.
So Makar and McKinnon keep their point streaks alive as Colorado ices the puck 54 seconds into the first. Avalanche lead 1-0. Tonight's opening puck drop brought to you by Century Casino. Find the hottest slots and electronic table game action at Century Casino and Hotel, 1 mile from Blackhawk and scenic, walkable Central City. Welcome to the winner's zone.
Makar started that whole play by pinching down and forcing the turnover by Chris Kreider on the wall. Great read by Makar, starts the whole play for the Avalanche on the forecheck.
Now 10 straight games with a point for Nathan McKinnon. Fastest goal to start a game this season was 30 seconds by Marty Necas. This comes at 28 seconds in. So it used to be Marty who started the party early, and now it's Arturi Lehkonen's turn. Brock Nelson behind the net, low to high, receiving it on the backhand is Malinsky. Lets it go. Shoulder save made by Dostal. Ducks in their own zone. It's stolen back by guess who? Again, it's stolen back by guess who? Gavin Brindley. Highest running motor in the National Hockey League at the moment. He's able to keep the puck deep as fresh troops get on the ice, and all Anaheim can do is launch this down ice. Unfortunately, it goes right in on Wedgwood, a save. And it's restarted the other way by Devon Taves.
Brindley came out on that shift going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Good for him to get that 2-year extension. Beautiful shift by Brindley.
Bardakov throws it in front. Taves! Save made by Dostal. Devon Taves has been an assist fiend lately, but still yet to find the twine himself in 2025. Now Brindley, far side corner, held on to. Puck got away from him, but Bardakov picks it up. Cale Makar at the point. Swings it near side, half wall for Taves. He'll get it behind the net. Parker Kelly lifts the stick. Now Bardakov has it. 2 assists on Saturday in Edmonton. Tap back from Makar. Fakes the pass along the blue line. Makar keeps it himself. Down the boards. Into the corner. Throws it in front for Parker Kelly, who tips it over the top of the net. And a whistle blows with 16:49 to go in the first. We thought that energy might be a problem for the Colorado Avalanche. Not according to the first 3.5 minutes.
They look like they've been shot out of a cannon, the Avs do. And Anaheim just came in from Vegas, and like I mentioned previously, they just wanted to slow the Avs down early, not let them get momentum, and they have done the exact opposite. The Avs are rolling early.
McKinnon back out there, can't win the faceoff away from former first-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens, Ryan Palin. Ducks will get it across the red line. No icing. Burns is back first. No, they do call icing. So Burns will touch up. Offensive zone draw upcoming for Colorado. 16:39 to go in the first. Again, Lehkonen got his 7th of the season from McKinnon and McCarr. 28 seconds into the hockey game, Cale Makar now more assists than Nathan McKinnon on the season with 17.
Both in the Hart Trophy conversation for league MVP, no doubt. The Ducks' Leo Carlsson also trying to make a run for himself to get in that mix. 3 superstars on display tonight.
Paling wins the draw, kept in by the skate of Brent Burns. Natchez turns and fires a pass backdoor. It was behind Nathan McKinnon. And now it's started the other way by Nikita Nestorenko, and the Ducks will get it behind Scott Wedgwood, who gets the nod tonight. Blackwood got the win in Vancouver on Sunday. Burns from McKinnon. Returns it to McKinnon. Near side boards. McKinnon centers it. Natchez will spin back high in the zone. Natchez throws on the break. Shot towards the net. Tip! Save made by Distal. Rebound not covered up. McKinnon and Lehkonen were right there. Lehkonen now has it behind the net. Wants to fire it in front. It's blocked. Second effort does do the trick, but it goes right to Anaheim. And the Ducks will skate it to their own blue line. Killorn, 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Tampa Bay Lightning, will slow it up, and both teams will change. 15:48 to go in the first. 1-0 Avalanche.
Natchez is playing with so much confidence right now. You can just see it. He's crisscrossing, he's spinning at the blue line, he's making plays. Just a confident player right now for Colorado, and why wouldn't he be? Off to a tremendous start to start the season as Marty Natchez.
Yeah, Natchez 19 points, 9 goals. Did have a little bit of a tough game in Vancouver on Sunday, and that allowed for some Gavin Brindley time up on the top line with Nathan McKinnon, and in 3-on-3 overtime.
Gavin was having a night.
I think I might have used that on his first goal. Did I say that?
You did.
All right, good for you.
Yes.
Not good for me, because it's dumb now that I hear it back.
I like it.
Ducks will rope it in. Taves will send it back up the far boards. Balnachushkin is there. And now it's Ross Colton. Loves to score against the Anaheim Ducks. Tell you his career numbers coming up later. Colton has the puck through his own zone. Nelson has to get there. Turns back in his own end. Had a free exit up the boards, but instead went backwards. And now it's Sam Malinsky who has to get out of the jam. Taves for Colton to the red line. He'll fire it in wide of the stall. Balnachushkin will get there first. Turns on the forehand. Sends it towards the net. Tipped wide. Now the Ducks get it out. Manson thought about pinching. And it's a slow change from Anaheim. Manson behind the net, and Ross Colton sends it all the way around. Burns far side half ball down to the corner. Throws it in front. Jack Drury was right there, and it's tipped wide. Another failed exit at first. Manson kept Beckett Seneca in the Duck zone, and now they'll try in between the benches. Stolen by Landeskog. Motors down the far wall into the circle. Landeskog holding on the forehand. Landeskog is shot. Went head over T. Kettle, and that deflected wide. Picked up again, this time by Seneca, and he bails it out to center ice, where it's intercepted by Jack Drury. Got to run a stick check. He's 1-on-5. He's seen worse odds. Leaves it. And now the numbers catch up with him a little bit. Anaheim back across the red line. Forced wide by Cutter Gauthier. Avs get to it. Landeskog one-hands it free. Olofsson looking ahead. Olofsson into space for Sam Malinsky. He'll fire it off the end wall. Bardakov forces Distal to play it. Nice little set play there. Another turnover Ducks. Bardakov from Malinsky in front, and it's just over the top. That's 2 golden opportunities for Parker Kelly. It hits a body part and goes out of play. We'll take a timeout. 13:52 to go in the first. Shots are 5-2 Avalanche. They lead the Ducks 1-0 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
We're living with first world problems right here. An 8-2 football team whose offense is absolutely terrible.
Whoever said 8-2 has to be sexy?
I actually like the fact that they've seen some weird adversity.
8 wins, 2 losses.
We normally have been waiting until December for 8 wins. It's not even Turkey Day.
Sometimes we wait 2 years for 8 wins.
Yeah.
What's next for the Broncos?
How excited are we, Broncos country, for the Chiefs coming to town?
Super excited.
Magic is real. Let's get it.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget? KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like Yeah, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
You already know that I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. Does it make a difference? Consider this. In medicine, you go to a specialist for the best care. And in law, you should as well. At Ramos Law, I bring my experience as an emergency medicine physician into the courtroom. We speak the language of doctors and the language of law. That means better understanding, better advocacy, and better results. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
13:52 to go in the first period. Ball arena downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche lead the Ducks 1-0 on the 7th goal of the season by Arturi Lehkonen. Tonight's Avalanche game on the Altitude Sports Radio Network, brought to you by your Colorado Buick GMC dealers. Avs have been all over the Ducks, and Anaheim has just been a turnover machine. They have just 2 giveaways listed, but there's definitely more than that in the early going. They win the draw here. Bartikov with a try. That's a save made by DeStahl. Rebound bounces out towards center ice. Over the stick of Ashawn. Malinsky is there in reserve. And now he'll cruise behind his own net to try and get away from pressure. Bartikov right on the tape of Ashawn. To his right, Parker Kelly storming down the far boards. Kelly towards the net. Save made. Rebound there for Ashawn. Sends it up top. Off the bench is McKinnon. That's towards the middle. McKinnon holding. Shooting. Glove save made by DeStahl. How many times have we seen Nathan McKinnon pick that top corner? And DeStahl able to snipe it away with Gavin Brindley getting in there and mixing things up in front of the net.
Well, just before that whole sequence started, Sam Malinsky breaks up a defensive play. The Ducks almost go in on a 2-on-1, and he shifted over to the left side and broke it up, starts the breakout the other way, and the Avs get extended ozone time, all because of that great defensive play by Malinsky, ending in that really good opportunity for McKinnon there.
McKinnon will take the draw left side of the ice, right side of DeStahl. Nature's up against the boards, but it is won by Paling. Up and barely out of the zone as Cale Makar got handcuffed. Toe drag shot blocked by Taves. It goes straight up in the air, now out of play. 13-11 to go in the first period. 1-0 Avs over the Ducks. Tonight's Avalanche game also brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. With Kaiser Permanente, specialists, pharmacists, and more are under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
Connor, you talked about the Ducks and their turnovers, and they absolutely cannot turn the puck over to the Avalanche. The Avs are going to create so much on their own. You cannot give the Avs any freebies like the Ducks have early on in this game.
The Card just turned it over to Carlson, but he got it back and sent it back towards center ice. There's McKinnon on the back check. Throws it to the point, tipped to center by Arturi Lehkonen, cleaned up by Jackson Lacombe out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Another former Gopher there. Carlson cuts to the middle around Lehkonen. Carlson still with the puck. Going to be short. Penalty coming up as Carlson fumbled the puck. It looked like a penalty, but the first power play of the game is going to go to Anaheim, and they get a lifeline. McTavish back to the point, finally touched by Marty Necas, and it just doesn't take much to get a hooking call in the NHL anymore. Lehkonen's going to go. Here's Johnny Bear. So the Avs PK will go to work. It is 3rd best overall in the National Hockey League, but the very best at home at 94.1%. Only 1 power play goal allowed on 17 opportunities.
Yeah, Connor, live I thought it was a penalty. Looking at the replay, Lehkonen does get his hands in on Carlson, but just holds him up enough, and I think the ref probably made the right call there, but that's how good Leo Carlson is. He can make something out of nothing, and he did right there, and the Ducks go to the power play.
Anaheim with 2 for 4 on the power play versus Winnipeg at home 2 nights ago. 2 power play goals, both by Carlson on just 3 shots. 22nd, however, overall, and away from Honda Center. 26. 9 for 30. Excuse me. 8th on the road instead of 9th.
That's
7
okay.
for 31.
We won't hold it against you.
I was told there would be no math. Face-off won by the Avs, and Brent Burns will send it 200 feet right to left.
Were you good at math in school?
Yeah, I hated math.
God, was I.
Absolutely despised.
I was so bad.
History and English all day long.
Yep, me too.
It may shock a lot of people, but math and science, new. Burns again will take advantage of a mistake, and he'll send the puck back behind Dostal.
Burns almost shot that puck in the Avs bench trying to clear the puck, and you should have seen the entire bench hit the deck there. He would have taken out probably 3 equipment managers.
Yeah. Would have had to recruit you.
Oh, no, we don't want to see that.
Broken stick, Terry. Shot save made by Wedgwood. And it's Brent Burns who doesn't have a twig. Lacombe leaves it for Gauthier. Shot towards the net, and selling out to block it is Parker Kelly, who gave his stick to Brent Burns. Scott Sterling is what we call Parker Kelly. This shot misses, and the Ducks do the Avalanche a huge favor and clear it themselves with a minute gone in the power play.
Huge favor. The Ducks had the Avs on the ropes. Kelly gave his stick to Burns. You have to exploit that and wait for your grade A chance. You can't take a hope shot, and that's what happened. It cleared all the way out.
Avs get it back again. Cale Makar, shorthanded. 3-on-2 developing here. Valenchushkin down the right flank, leaves it for Cale Makar. Stick handling, and the Avalanche have to be careful here.
Icing.
Fortunately, it is Bennett Seneca who kicks the puck on his side of red, and after surrendering a shorthanded opportunity, now the Ducks ice the puck.
The Ducks aren't happy. You can see the Ducks coaches pointing at Wedgwood. Wedgwood left his crease. He didn't know that it was icing. That should have been waved off. Big break for the Avs there.
They'll take it. 31 seconds to go in the power play for Anaheim. 11:07 to go in our first period in the Mile High City. 1-0 is the score. Arturi Lehkonen, who now sits in the penalty box, scored 28 seconds in. One shot on the power play so far for the Ducks. Brock Nelson, private eye. Will take the draw, wins it back for Taves. A shot blocked in front. Not sure if that was friendly fire or it hit a duck. What, did somebody step on a duck? And now Seneca brings it across the blue line. Runs into Brock Nelson. Taves takes it away, and he will clear.
What a play by Taves there. He baits the Ducks in, goes one way, goes the other way, clears the puck. Great stuff from Devon Taves.
8 seconds left. McTavish towards the net, bounces over the stick of Malinsky. Has to get out. And now just keeps himself over in the corner. Killorn hugging him. Arturi Lehkonen is released from Hockey Huskow. Puck behind the Avalanche net. Drury banging in there, gave it right to the Ducks. As Owen Zellweger tries to get clear. Shot from distance. Save made by Wedgwood. Parker Kelly will bang it off the boards. And it's golfed to center ice by Lehkonen. Zellweger back with it. No relation to Rene. Halfway through our first period. Frank Vetrano had 1 year where he was unstoppable versus the Avalanche. Plays it back to the point. Drew Hellison traded for Josh Manson once upon a time. Had a save by Wedgwood, and now Nature's up the near side boards. Lehkonen on the money for Nathan McKinnon. He's 1-on-2. Make it 1-on-4, and it takes 4 guys to defend Nathan McKinnon, I think, at sometimes. 9:40 to go in our first period. Carlson down the right flank. Carlson 1-on-1 with Jack Deshawn. Now McKinnon shoves him aside. Shot from Hellison, tipped wide. It goes behind the net. Cale Makar in space. And now for Natchez. Tucks underneath Ross Colton. He holds into the path of Nathan McKinnon out of his reach. There's no icing, but he's at the end of his shift, and he'll just glide all the way back to the Avalanche bench. Another turnover, Anaheim. They're trying that pass high in the zone. Now it's Drury who takes it away. Natchez a shot tipped by Drury wide. Colton tried to throw it in front. Now shovels it back to the point, and Cale Makar. Makar holding, shooting, and that again hit a body. It goes out of play. And we will take another timeout. 9:04 to go in the first. Shots rate 5 Avalanche. They lead the Ducks 1-0. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/1/25.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
9:04 to go in the first period. Ball Arena downtown, Denver, Colorado. Military Appreciation Night. The Avalanche lead 1-0 on a Lehkonen goal from McKinnon and McCarr. And despite the one power play each from Anaheim, it's been all Avalanche. The puck just hasn't gone in a second time.
Avs could be up 2 or 3-0 here, Connor, and the Ducks had that power play, but they didn't generate a whole lot. They really didn't, and really good killing by the Avs. Penalty kill have been really good at home this year, and Brent Burns, Devon Taves, Josh Manson, even Sam Malinsky did a great job killing off that Ducks penalty. Didn't allow any grade A opportunities.
Banks off one back from Manson, holding, shooting, trying to pick the far corner and just missed. Of course, drafted by the Ducks, 6th-round pick back in 2011 for Anaheim for Josh Manson. Doesn't feel like a 6th-rounder. Has never scored versus his former team. Has the puck at center ice. Ran some interference for Brent Burns. And now Nichushkin will shovel it down the near wall. Had 2 assists in Vancouver.
Avs are going on the power play, excuse me.
You know, you're all right. I missed that arm in the air from Jean Hebert. Say that 10 times fast. Here's his call.
74 minor penalty tripping.
So the Avs go on the man advantage. Again, they scored 2 power play goals in Vancouver on Sunday. And it is slowly improving, slowly coming around. Let's see if they can double their lead with 8:37 to go in the first.
Good job by Brock Nelson. He's going in on the forecheck. Just gets tripped up. Penalty all day long. Let's see this Avs power play go to work.
It's Ian Moore in the penalty box. Avs from the draw. Cale Makar up top. Gets it back from Nathan McKinnon. Now McKinnon near side circle. Down low for Natchez. McKinnon again at the hash marks. Looking for that centering feed. It's Nichushkin at the bumper. Saucer feed up top for Makar. Holding, shooting. Blocked in front. Nichushkin over for Olofsson. And he missed the one-timer over the net. Boy, Nichushkin has had some sneaky good passes last couple of games, including that one right there.
That one's going to haunt Olofsson. He had all day to rip that puck in the wide open net. Just flew it high.
He only has 5 goals in his last 2 home games here at Ball Arena.
What a bum.
Makar will knock this away. Odd man rush possibly for the Avs. Natchez down the near flank, holds up, looking to get it back up top. McKinnon reaches to keep it alive, but ran into some trouble, and Anaheim will bail it back to center ice, but it's not beat. Killorn, you saw his frustration. He wanted to get off the ice. Now he'll go with Makar leaving it for Natchez. Winds through the neutral zone, now at the near point. McKinnon all the way over. Olofsson curls back up top for Makar. Looking to free up somebody. It's back to Olofsson. And now McKinnon will settle it down. Near side circle, McKinnon at the bumper for Lehkonen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stick is lifted, back to the point. Makar settles it down. There's a broken twig on the ice, belongs to Anaheim. McKinnon fakes the one-timer, slap pass back door, and ruining the party is Minchikov. And Anaheim will clear with 35 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Minchikov saves a goal there at that stick. The Ducks went to the bench. They had a broken stick. They had 3 men on the ice.
Natchez still no shots on goal in this power play. McKinnon up top. It's Devon Taves who's off the bench. Back for McKinnon all the way over. Nelson in front. Backdoor for Natchez. Had to kick it to a stick. McKinnon will recycle. Taves fakes the shot. Back for McKinnon. Slings it again. Nelson a try. Rebound. Lehkonen. Save made to Stahl. And that's a really early whistle. Very early. Avs are not happy. Frankly, neither am I. And Dostal gets bailed out with 9 seconds to go in the Avalanche power play.
What beautiful work by the Avs power play. McKinnon goes all the way through the seam 2 or 3 times there and hits Olofsson on the backside. The puck sat in the crease there on the rebound. Lehkonen had 2 or 3 whacks at it. Like Connor said, the whistle might have gone a touch earlier. The puck is actually loose, Connor. Yeah. You were dead right on that. The Avs power play is snapping the puck around and looks lethal early in this first period.
So they got 2 shots in that last sequence. They got 9 seconds to go in it. They win the draw here. Landeskog couldn't get it back to Taves. It's dug free by Mason McTavish. Tough number font for the Anaheim Ducks. Power play is over. Both teams are 0 for 1. And now out of the box is Bennett Seneca. Sent to center ice. Seneca has it. Off with his blade. Taves. Down to the neutral zone and Landeskog. Left at Brock Nelson. Near side circle. Nelson tried the toe drag through the near dot. Trying to get around Olen Zellweger. Couldn't do anything with it. And now it's fired back in by Anaheim. 6:06 to go in the first period. Taves looking ahead. Touched by Anaheim. No icing. Brindley will go to work on the forecheck. Brindley gets a stick in there. And now forces the mistake. Ross Colton can't keep it alive, but the Avs have it back in the neutral zone. Josh Manson right up the gut. That misses the mark. Not the other way by Zellweger. Offside Ducks. We'll take a timeout. 5:44 to go in the first period. Shots are 10-5 Colorado. Both teams are 0 for 1, but the Avalanche have a 1-0 lead courtesy of Arturi Lehkonen. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
He scores! The Mac Attack is back, Jack!
Your Colorado Avalanche is back on home ice at Ball Arena. Watch Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, and the rest of the team bring the energy.
Marty Necas a shot. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Don't miss it. Tickets available now at coloradoavalanche.com.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.544 to go in the first period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Ducks. Arturi Lehkonen 7th of the season. Nathan MacKinnon now a 10-game point streak. Cale Makar 17 assists on the year.
I used to call 17 assists a good season. He's got it in 2 months. Makes me ill.
Well, he's going to get, I mean,
what do you think?
100's happening.
100 points?
Yeah.
Yep.
100 is happening.
20 and 80, you think?
Could be. Had 30 goals last year for Colorado. Here's Bartikov. Short angle shot. Save made by Dostal. Now it's Minchukov up and on out. Kept in by Malinsky. Sends it for Jack Ashawn. He lost it. Back door. Brindley tried again.
Wow.
How did that not go in? Boy, the back door is available so much either on the power play or 5-on-5. Colorado's getting the puck there. Ashawn tries his luck. Blocked in front this time by Ian Moore, and finally it's cleared back into the Colorado end by Anaheim.
That's 2 or 3 times Minchukov has turned the puck over and given the Avs some offense, and Ashawn there looked like he was going to bobble and lose the puck, and then he zipped it back door for a grade A scoring chance for the Avs.
Ashawn was a career best +4 in in Edmonton on Saturday in that 9-1 win over the Oilers. Here are the Ducks, near side circle. Lacombe down low, throws it in front. Save made by Wedgwood. He did it again. Where's the quick whistle? And we got one. Scott Wedgwood with his first real test of the hockey game. He does the splits, which is impressive in and of itself, but he keeps the puck out of the net and keeps it 1-0 Avalanche with 4.5 to go in the first.
Well, the Ducks exited the zone finally with some possession. They didn't turn the puck over, and look, it turned into a little bit of an odd man rush. They come down the wing, they throw it to the net. Lacombe does a nice job on his backhand, throws it to the net with a bunch of presence from his Ducks teammates, and they get 2 or 3 whacks at it, and Wedgwood closes the door.
Face off to the left of Wedgwood. They were 7-2 Ducks early on, but Avs have won now 6 straight. They have the puck in the neutral zone. Brock Nelson for Valnichushkin, just trying to get through a wall. He can't, but the puck ends up along the near boards. It's Taves and Brock Nelson. Taves again dispossesses. Troy Terry from Colorado, played to the University of Denver. Cale Makar off the board to Lacombe, throws it through the crease and underneath the stick of Chris Kreider, and now Helleson has to go back into his own end. 16 minutes into the first, down 1-0. Helleson again traded for Josh Manson out of the 2022 Cup, and now it's a backdoor feed, this time from Bennett Seneca. There's an Av. It's Jack Drury inside the Avalanche net, but Olsen heads the other way with the puck. Centering feed away from Landeskog. Ducks back with it, and now Jacob Trouba. Just like Kreider, it's weird not seeing them in red, white, and blue. Poked back to the point. Landeskog will intercept. Olofsson on his backhand across the red line. Down the right flank, trying to get away from Zellweger. Below the goal line, Landeskog arrives to help out, but Drury was in the same vicinity, and now the Ducks will clear as Seneca all the way over. Here's a chance. Save made by Wedgwood with the crowd gathering. And now Jack Drury, who's upset from the sequence before, is getting after Owen Zellweger. I couldn't see exactly what happened to Jack Drury on that first play where he ended up in the Avalanche net, but clearly he has not forgotten about it, and Owen Zellweger was the victim of the Jack Drury rage.
The Ducks get going on a little bit of an odd man rush there. They hustled to make it a 3-on-2, and then their late guy activated for a 4-on-2, and Gauthier decided to shoot the puck. He had a little bit of a drop play that he could have swung down to the side of the net. Fortunate for the Avs, he shot it right into the gut of Wedgwood.
Colorado 18, Anaheim 51, 2 minutes each for roughing. We're playing 4-on-4.
All right, 4-on-4 hockey. Lots of space in this mall. As Zellweger and Drury will sit, 3:09 to go in the first period. And just some emotions, that's all. Seen worse roughings.
Yeah, kind of a nothing play. Playoffs, nothing's getting called there. And Zellweger and Drury go at it, and then Landeskog comes in and throws Zellweger into a chokehold, and Zellweger says, I've had enough of that.
So 4-on-4, Ducks win the draw here. Lacombe towards the blue line, blocked by McKinnon. Lifts the stick, clears the puck to center ice. It's behind Lehkonen, and the Ducks will tag up. Killorn has it stolen by Cale Makar. He tries to retreat, and now Taves in his own zone. 2-man forecheck here from Anaheim. Makar splits that, and now Lehkonen lost it. Killorn a drive, save made Wedgwood. That's a little too nonchalant here, and they finally poke it back towards center ice. Paling to Lacombe, and both teams will make changes with 1:28 to go in the 4-on-4, 2:35 to go in the period. Carlson up the gut, taken away from him. Now charging the other way is Brock Nelson. 1-on-4, leaves it for Valnichushkin. He's got room. Nichushkin a shot that's off his stick. Stick of Helleson to be specific, and it goes out of play. 2:24 to go in the first. 1-0 Avalanche. Set your reminders now. Jared Bednar joins Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane for his weekly visit tomorrow morning at 8. Tune in to Altitude Sports Radio and be in the know about everything related to the best team in the National Hockey League. Brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, proudly rooting for Colorado's hockey team. Nelson on the draw out there with Nichushkin, Burns, and Manson. Nelson wins it back for Manson. Off the wall, and now Nichushkin circles high in his own. Valnichushkin now for Manson again. Bypasses Nelson. Burns off the wall. Nelson lifts a stick, centers it, and it's behind Manson and back towards the neutral zone. Burns into the path of Nichushkin, too far in front of him. Helleson will take over, but Nichushkin's right on him. Helleson will shrug him off, and now Carlson brings it ahead with the help of Troy Terry. Gets to the red line. Early cues around. Now he'll bring it across center and into the Avalanche zone. Gets it back from Carlson behind the net. Thrown in front wide open, and they score. It's Carlson, guess who? And we're tied at 1 with 1:44 to go in the first.
What a beautiful play by the Anaheim Ducks. If you appreciate good passing, if you appreciate skill on the highest level, we just saw it from Leo Carlson and the Anaheim Ducks. Troy Terry starts this whole play in the neutral zone. And then they get going in the Avs defensive zone, The puck kind of trickles around behind the net. Trouba makes a bank pass to himself behind the Avs net, and Carlson's all alone in front. Wedgwood had no chance when that puck comes from behind the net out front. It's so tough for the goalie to react. What a beautiful play from the Ducks. And like you said, Connor, you can't let the Ducks hang around, right? The Avs came out like gangbusters early, had the Ducks on their heels, and now we got a tie ball game.
McKinnon trying to fix that near side circle. He holds up, still 4-on-4. McKinnon lost the puck. Lacombe takes it away. 2-on-1. Unless the Avalanche get back here, Lacombe cuts to the middle. Spins loose, diving to block it is Taves, but the Ducks have it back. The car got in the way. McTavish spins and rolls a backhand in on Wedgwood, who makes a save. The rebound behind the net. Taves leaves it for the path of Marty Necas. 4 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Necas holds up, saucer feed for McKinnon, gets around one. McKinnon now behind the net, poked away by Hellison. And now it's Killorn up the near side boards. Here comes Palin. Couldn't get a shot away as Drury out of the box. At the point, snap towards the net, that misses, and it'll carry him back into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Trouba. Ducks through center. Landeskog. Can't get it away from Palin. He'll shuffle it deep. Malinsky looks ahead. Manson holds. Laterals it to Jack Drury to the red line. Goes back the other way. Landeskog gets it himself and hung on to it for too long. 30 seconds to go in the first. Neutral zone draw upcoming. Landeskog not happy with his decision.
Tell you what, Connor, I've been really impressed with the Ducks' 2 young defensemen, Hellison and Lacombe. They made 2 brilliant plays defensively with their sticks to break up not only McKinnon, and then right before that, Marty Necas. 2 young, outstanding defensemen for the Ducks, a big part of their success this season.
Neutral zone draw is won by Jansen Harkins. Drafted by Winnipeg. Hands in their own end. Manson, he'll be our first intermission guest. Ahead for Landeskog. Along the blue line for Malinsky. 17 seconds to go in the period. Malinsky tried to center it. Now he got it. Brock Nelson a try blocked in front. Landeskog can't get to the rebound. And it's a 4-on-3 the other way for Anaheim. They give it right to Manson. Sends it ahead. And they're going to call icing with 2.3 seconds to go in the first period. Shots all of a sudden are 12 apiece, with the goals being 1 apiece. Tonight's Avalanche game brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible.
2.3 to go here. The Ducks will try and run probably a quick shooter play. They'll stack a few of their players on the hash mark on the inside. And they have Jackson Lacombe set up on his offside. They're going to try and get this to him for the one-timer.
Big face-off here for Brock Nelson. He's already 66%. He wins it, so means nothing as period 1 is done. Shots finished 12 apiece. Goals finished 1 apiece. Lehkonen for the Avs in the first minute of the hockey game, and Leo Carlson for the Ducks in the 19th minute of the first period.
Like I touched on just before the break here, Connor, I mean, the Avs came out just rolling, had the Ducks way back on their heels. They tilted the ice. They had all the momentum, and they just let the Ducks get back in the game a little bit there. And the Ducks are a great young team. They have tons of skill. They come with a lot of firepower, and it's not going to be an easy night for the Avs, but man, did they come out strong with a ton of chances, and hopefully they can start the second with the same momentum that they started with in the first.
Well, when we come back, Mark Springer and Alberto Urueta will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from Avs defenseman Josh Manson. But after 1 period of play in Denver, it's the Avalanche 1 and the Ducks 1. We thank you for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Makes it back for McKinnon. He lets it go for Middlestat.
That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next.
Tough, man.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners, but before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock. Bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche intermission report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome to your first intermission report. I am Mark Springer alongside Alberto Uriueta. And after one period of play out at Ball Arena here in Denver, Colorado, the Avalanche and the Ducks, the two best teams in the Western Conference, Avs are the best team in the Western Conference. But right now, we are tied at 1 after one period of play. Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Yeah, it's a fun matchup. I mean, the Ducks are fun. They're young. They don't care. They've won 7 straight. They're playing with house money. They got some good young talent on that team. We'll get to that in a second. But the Avs are good. Let's not forget about the Avs. The Avs are good. They're the best team in the NHL. And they've won 3 straight. And they came out hot. They came out on a mission tonight. First shift of the game. It's top line. It's McKinnon. It's Natchez. It's Arturi Lehkonen. Heard of him? Well, now the Ducks have.
Lehkonen was there for a tap-in. Lehkonen tries again. He scores! We're up all night to get lucky. 3 goals his last 2 games for Arturi Lehkonen. And 28 seconds into the hockey game, Colorado strikes first. They're up 1-0.
Arturi Lehkonen's 7th goal of the season. It came 28 seconds into tonight's contest, and the Avs took an early 1-0 lead, and they had chance after chance in the first 10 minutes of this first period. They were outplaying Anaheim, but a lot of close calls could not get that second goal. And Anaheim's still down by 1, and they start playing a little better. They start getting a little comfortable. Back half of the first period. In fact, with just over 2 minutes to go in the first period, we had a little 4-on-4 action. A couple of roughing calls. Jack Drury and Olin Zellweger each got called for roughing. So some 4-on-4 action. Avs had some looks offensively to start this 4-on-4 play, but then the Ducks had a breakout the other way. Troy Terry, the former DU Pioneer, good play in the neutral zone, got it down low. Former New York Ranger Jacob Trouba had it behind net. Nifty little play between Terry and Trouba, and they centered it to one of the best young players in the NHL.
Gets it back from Carlson behind the net. Thrown in front wide open, and they score. It's Carlson, guess who? And we're tied at 1 with 1:44 to go in the first.
What a beautiful play by the Anaheim Ducks. If you appreciate good passing, if you appreciate skill on the highest level, we just saw it from Leo Carlson and the Anaheim Ducks. Troy Terry starts this whole play in the neutral zone. And then they get going in the Avs defensive zone, The puck kind of trickles around behind the net. Trouba makes a bank pass to himself behind the Avs net, and Carlson's all alone in front. Wedgwood had no chance when that puck comes from behind the net out front. It's so tough for the goalie to react. What a beautiful play from the Ducks.
Yeah, Leo Carlson, he's 20 years old. He's a former second overall pick out of Sweden. He's very good. He's a big dude, left-handed shot. He came into tonight tied with Connor Bedard, former first overall pick. And Bedard and Carlson came into tonight tied for second in the NHL lead in points with 25 points apiece. Carlson gets a goal, his 11th goal of the season, so he now has sole possession of second place in NHL points. He has 26 points now, but Nathan MacKinnon did get an assist. He came into tonight with 29 points, the same number he wears on his sweater, and with that assist, Nathan MacKinnon has 30 points on the season. So an assist for Nathan MacKinnon, a goal for Leo Carlson, and the two stars of this game have already made an impact in just the first period. Arturi Lehkonen scoring that goal that Nathan MacKinnon helped set up. Cale Makar got an assist as well in that goal, his 17th assist of the season. So there you go. Those are your two goals in the first period, Lehkonen and Carlson. It is 1-1. Avs and Ducks after 1. We will continue with your first intermission report after a break on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
McKinney's got some room. He scores!
Avs faithful, gear up for game day with Altitude Authentics.
Cale Makar walking the high slot. He lets it go, and he scores! Oh, hail Cale!
Get the best selection and best prices on Avalanche merchandise by shopping in store at Ball Arena Monday to Saturday or online anytime at altitudeauthentics.com.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
Hun, is your new pinball machine in our budget? KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to yours. First intermission report after one period of play out at Ball Arena, the Avalanche and the Ducks are tied at 1 goal apiece. Hey, support Strong Warriors on Hockey Fights Cancer Night on November 16th at 7 p.m. versus the Islanders. Take home a stainless steel water bottle with the ticket package at coloradoavalanche.com/theme nights. That's coloradoavalanche.com/theme nights. Let's go back out to Ball Arena right now where Connor McGahey and Eric Johnson are standing by with a former Anaheim Duck and one of Eric Johnson's former teammates, one of his former D-pairmen, Josh Manson. Connor.
All right, Spring, thanks very much. Joined downstairs by Josh Manson. Avs and Ducks tied at 1 after 1. Quite the start for you guys, and then you knew you needed the second one and never quite came, did it?
Yeah, that was a great start for us. Obviously, Nate's line there getting us going. First shift of the game was huge. We were kind of dictating the pace. We had some good looks after that, too. Goalie made some good saves, and then I think we might have got away from our game a little bit. I think with this team, you got to try and limit the transition chances they get. So keeping it, below the top of the circles in their zone as much as you can, because they start to pressure out, and then that turns into, the rush transition that they're really good at.
Hi, Mance. It's EJ.
Hello,
Looking
EJ.
good out there, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, what's the biggest difference you've seen year to year from the Ducks? Carlson, these guys, it seems like they've taken their game to a new level, and what are you watching out for that you might have not seen from them in the past?
Yeah, I think they're just playing the game a little bit faster. I mean, all these these young touted players are starting to kind of come into their stride here, and they're all kind of clicking. It seems like they got a good thing going. Obviously Carlson's taken a huge step. You could see it his first couple of years that it was in there, and then they're getting compliment. They're getting scoring from Gauthier, and they're just kind of a well-balanced team right now, and they're having fun. It seems like, and they're playing hard.
Mance, do you miss Eric Johnson, yes or no?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, isn't that
unequivocally, yes, yeah.
I miss you. Don't miss me too much, but I'm not far, and I have my binoculars.
Mance, thanks for the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Good luck, Mance.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. See ya.
That is Josh Manson. Avs and Ducks are tied at 1 after 1. Spring, as we send it back to you.
Thank you, Connor and EJ. All right, let's go ahead and look around scores from the rest of the NHL here on a busy night across the National Hockey League. We got games in progress right now. In fact, we have one game that just went final in overtime. The San Jose Sharks. The Sharks came back and beat the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota on the road. San Jose is off to a good start this season. They are now 8-6-3. They have 19 points on the season. They are going to move, let's see here, into third place in the Pacific. They're going to pass the Golden Knights or the San Jose Sharks, although they played 2 more games than the Knights. But nonetheless, Colin Graff scored the overtime winner for San Jose. About midway through that overtime frame, Macklin Celebrini had an assist. Macklin Celebrini also had an assist on the Will Smith power play goal in the third period that tied this game at 1 and sent this game to overtime. So actually, Macklin Celebrini has 2 points tonight. So he's now tied with Leo Carlson. He's past Bedard. Celebrini's past Bedard, and he's now tied with Carlson. So it's Carlson and Celebrini who each have 26 points on the season right now. They are tied for second. Carlson was very short-lived, him having sole possession of second in the NHL points lead with that goal he scored at the end of the first period. Celebrini gets an assist in overtime. And the Sharks win, and the Wild are having a slow start to the season. They fall to 7-4 with 18 points on the season. So a very pedestrian start for the Minnesota Wild. Right now, the Kraken lead the Blue Jackets 1-0 as we approach the end of the first period. Ryan Winterton scored for Seattle. Former Av Ben Myers getting an assist on that goal. Jamie Alexiak got an assist as well. And end of the first period, 5 goals have been scored in Vancouver. But the Jets lead the Canucks 3-2. Kiefer Sherwood does have a goal for Vancouver, as does Jake DeBrusk on the power play. But Jonathan Taves Josh Morrissey and Nino Niederreiter have scored for the Jets, and it's 3-2 Winnipeg at the end of the first period. But it's time right now to go back out to Ball Arena for the second period between the Avs and the Ducks. They're tied at 1. Connor McGahey, Eric Johnson, have your call next on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Visit Century Casino and Hotel every weekend this November to get a jump on the holidays. Win free play and a gift card for a free turkey every Saturday and Sunday in our Gobble Gobble Progressives. Plus, on Fridays, stop in to earn the gift of the week. This month, we're giving away Master Chef kitchen items to make the holidays special. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the Central City Parkway. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Avs faithful, aluminum is the MVP of recycling. Every time you choose aluminum, you're scoring big for sustainability. Like a top shelf slapper or a game-winning breakaway, choosing aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying a cold drink during the game, remember that aluminum is your MVP to building a sustainable future. All in for the Avs. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Yay to Bruce, the streaming king.
With quantum fiber internet, he's gonna binge.
He wants more.
Fast internet speeds, quantum fiber's on top. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service, and speed in select locations only.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 presents Avs Ticket Tuesday. Every Altitude show all day has your shot at tickets for an upcoming Avalanche game. Listen every hour on the 20s for the keyword Avs Ticket Tuesday from Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/1/25.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Keep hammering pucks, boys. Keep hammering pucks.
It's time for the second period.
You get opportunity, shoot. Be ready to shoot and unload it. Get your body around it on your forehand.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the second period, Ball Arena downtown, Denver, Colorado. Avalanche and Ducks are tied at 1 apiece. Colorado burgundy and blue going left to right. The Ducks in white, black, and orange. Very Halloween-y look going the other direction. Nathan MacKinnon on the hop through center ice. MacKinnon keeps it himself down low, pushes his man aside, and now it's Chris Kreider the other way. Lehkonen trying to help defend. Kreider has it back. One-touch pass to Troy Terry. To Lacombe with the point towards the net. Tipped. And the rebound is right there. Colorado couldn't clear. Taves had it on his stick and fanned on it. Body down on the ice. MacKinnon will take control, goes backwards in order to go forward. So now what seemed to be easy for the Avs in the early going isn't that easy anymore, as Taves will switch with Burns and the Ducks will regroup in their own zone. Lacombe all the way through. This should be offside, and now Anaheim has the layoff and tag up. Manson, Pavel Nichushkin. Through the neutral zone. Nichushkin holding, shooting. That's off a leg and wide. Stays in the rink, though. Nichushkin stays with it. Back up top for Manson. He keeps it in on the blue paint. Brock Nelson, he's been noticeable tonight. Down low to the corner. Burns is there. Puck goes through Colton. Now it's lobbed ahead. Through everybody. This should be icing as long as Manson can get back. He can. 18:36 to go in our second period. Shots are 12 apiece. Goals are 1 apiece.
Well, as good as the Avs started the first, the Ducks really took control that last probably half of the first, I would say, Connor. And even to start the second here, looked like the team that's more on their toes right now. The Avs are galloping through the neutral zone, getting some momentum, but the Ducks have really been a dangerous offensive team, especially on the forecheck, the second half of the first and the start of the second here.
Ducks took the last 7 shots of the first period. Colorado didn't have any in the last 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Again, Nelson wins the draw here, but somehow Anaheim able to get to it. Trouba lost an edge and then used the end boards to hold himself upright. Dump the puck in the Avalanche zone. Swooping in is Brock Nelson off the boards. Ross Colton tips it through. Val Nichushkin can't get there. Now it's knocked down by Zellweger. On for Cutter Gauthier in front. Just over the stick of Paley. This is slammed around. Far side boards. Trouba again towards the net. Front puck is there. Picked up by Anaheim. Colorado couldn't get there. Seneca to the point. Lays it off the boards. Now behind the cage, Nestorenko. Stolen by the other number 13 on the ice, Val Nichushkin, and the Avalanche avoid some danger, and they will clear.
Man, Seneca had all day right in front of Wedgwood in the slot there. He elected to take it out of the scoring area and regroup in his own corner. He had a prime scoring chance there that he just skated himself right out of.
Yeah, it was just right there for the taking as Killorn will block this exit. Nestorenko towards the net front. Pad save made by Wedgwood. Rebound was there, but the Avalanche got in some shooting lanes. Now Landeskog will get to the red line and bounce it in. Tries to kick it on the second opportunity. Dostal had to blocker that aside as Landeskog went aerial, and now the Ducks counterattack. Here's a shot. Save made Wedgwood as Minchikov let it rip. Off the glass, Minchikov kicks it aside. Landeskog held up for a moment. Here's Olofsson. Over for Manson. Across the blue line, he'll hold up and flip it deep. Halves will change. Landeskog a check. Loose puck collected by Nestorenko. Chris Kreider down the left flank around Cale Makar. Bardakov will be back first. Leaves it for Taves. Taves holds. Ahead for Brindley. Shovels it down the boards. Zellweger will take it away. Tries to escape the forecheck of Parker Kelly. Does. Off the glass. Brought back in by the Ducks. No offside of the Avalanche, but Colorado can't do anything with it. Zellweger, no angle shot. It's off the side of the cage, and Scott Wedgwood will cover up just to be sure. 16:36 to go in the second. 1-1 Avs and Ducks. Drops and Deals is your chance to get last-minute tickets and exclusive offers right to your phone. Text AVS to 48429 to join Drops and Deals. That's AVS 48429 for Drops and Deals.
Brent Burns saved a surefire goal for the Ducks there. Great active stick on the backside. The rebound was popping out right to the Ducks, and he poked that puck so the Avs could go the other way. Fantastic stick by Burns.
McKinnon, Natchez, Lehkonen, Makar, Taves is your party of five out there for the Avs. McKinnon wins the draw. Back to Makar. Those two assisted on Arturi Lehkonen's goal back 28 seconds into the hockey game. Colorado will get it on net. Dostal to save. Now it's wound out. Fired around right to left. Hit a weird spot in the boards. And swimming here a bit. Taves will poke it ahead. Hook for a moment. Now plays into the path of Nathan McKinnon. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. McKinnon across the blue line. Drop pass for Lehkonen. Holds up. Natchez a try. Blocked in front. Got his own rebound. It's off the toe of Dostal. Avs have it back. Now it's chopped in front. Natchez will knock it down. Kick just wide of the net by Anaheim. Avs have to do things sort of unconventionally there. There's not a whole lot of room left on the ice. Burns pinched.
2-on-1.
Ill-advised. 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1. Kreider holding Saucer. Feed. Backdoor. Save made by Wedgwood. He hangs on to it. How in the world did he do it? Great Scott. Best save of the night by anybody so far.
Ducks get a great chance here. The Avs get caught. 2-on-1, mini 3-on-1. Makar slides to take the pass away. The Ducks sauce it all the way across. It's Kreider over Makar to Terry. And Wedgwood sprawls and makes a fantastic save.
He just face planted at the end of that. Just knowing that he'd saved some bacon. Avs win the draw, send it all the way down ice. Val Nichushkin, can he beat out the ice? And barely getting there ahead of time is Ian Moore, 23-year-old out of Salt Lake City, Utah. 1-1, 15:35 to go in our second period in Denver.
Man, the Ducks had a 2-on-1 from the red line in. And Kreider sauces it. Terry fakes the shot, pulls it to his backhand. I can't believe Wedgwood made that save. Just robbery by Wedgwood.
Avs win the draw again. It is Brent Burns up the near side boards, harassed for a moment. Manson into the path of Brock Nelson. Nelson throws on the brakes, a lay behind the net. Manson is there. He got big, throws it out in front. Nelson couldn't get it on target as the stick of Moore got in the way. Pass back to the point is just out of the reach of Val Nichushkin. He'll trot back into his own zone to pick it up. Burns quickly ahead for Nelson, tips it down the boards, blocked. Manson underneath. And now it's sent the other way. Avs Again, give up a 2-on-1. Seneca holding, passing in front, blocking it is Burns. That's 2 outstanding defensive plays by Burns here in the last 2 minutes. Colton holds up, not convinced that's offside. I think the Avs held up in time, but my opinion doesn't matter. Only Travis Garlitz's does. Neutral zone draw 1-1. 5:05 gone in period 2.
That's another play where Seneca had a chance to shoot the puck. He elected to pass. And Burns with another great stick to deny a scoring chance for the Ducks. Burns is so long and rangy. He gets that stick on so many opportunities that you think you're going to have a chance and you don't.
Drury will take this face-off just outside the Ducks line. That's false. He's asked to lead. In comes Landeskog, and he wins it clean. Malinsky over to Ashawn. He'll rim it around left to right, near side boards. Landeskog to hit. That frees up Malinsky. Another hit thrown by Jack Drury. Malinsky stick handling along the blue line. That high zone defensive pressure has improved for the Ducks as we've gone along tonight. Landeskog near side boards. Lost an edge. Couldn't get it back to Malinsky. 2-on-2. Malinsky throws a hit on Paling down the near wall. Killorn into the corner. Ashawn keeps him there. And now it's hacked ahead by Olofsson. Landeskog, can he beat out the icing? Yes, he can. Landeskog throws another hit. Drury tried to send it back deep. Fanned on that as well. Trouba will hold him up against the wall. Far side boards. Still there. Paling trying to pry it loose. 5-car pileup. Now it's free. Brindley tried to stick handle through a set of legs. Off his skate, and now Zellweger couldn't get to the red line. This should be icing on the Ducks. They wave it off. They say it deflected.
Good call by the linesman.
Bartikov underneath for Parker Kelly. Kelly back door, and it's just out of the reach of Brindley. Kelly slaps up the near wall to Keel McCarr waiting towards the net. Tipped just wide by Bartikov. Saucer feed. Taves holding, shooting, and he misses the net. Where's the puck? It's at the near side circle for Keel McCarr. Threads the needle. Brindley back for Taves. He lets it go. Blocked in front. Rebound, and Brindley put it over the top. 2 wide open nets that the Avalanche have missed tonight. First Olofsson and now Brindley. Back to the point. Taves. Slap pass near side for McCarr. Holding. Back for Taves. Got room to shoot. Leaves it back for McCarr. Threads the needle. Tipped wide. Rebound was there for Taves. He got too deep. Taves backhand feed up top. It's too far to the right for Keel McCarr. He's got to go back into his own zone. Wedgwood will come out to play it. Taves looks ahead for Colorado. Waiting in the neutral zone is Arturi Lehkonen into the path of Necas. Couldn't handle it. Turning the other way is Leo Carlson. Denied by Lehkonen. Down the near side boards, Lehkonen held on to by Lacombe. Leaves it for McKinnon. Further back for Necas. Necas holding. Up top, big drive by Burns. He went over the top of Dostal. And that'll carry him back to center ice. Reaching it is Sam Malinsky. Necas all the way through McKinnon. Holding. Pass back door for Necas. And again, the Ducks get a stick in there just at the right second to deny a tap in. Kreider throws it in front as Wedgwood got run over. Oh, goodness me.
No.
Oh, no.
He looks hurt.
Wedgwood in a good deal of pain. There's a penalty coming up on the Ducks. But the Avs are furious. And they should be. Going to the net is one thing.
Wedgwood looks shook up.
Yeah.
Head trainer Matt Sokolowski skates out there to see if he's okay.
Fans should not be happy. Let's see what the call is from Chris Schlenker.
Number 2, Anaheim. Got a 2-minute minor penalty for goaltender interference.
They'll tend to Scott Wedgwood. Will take a timeout. 12:29 to go in the second. Power play for the Avs upcoming on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster and outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your weather impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rheinhaus is your home for the home teams. Rheinhaus, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
$12:29 to go in the second period. Ball Arena downtown. Denver, Colorado Avs and Ducks tied at 1 with Eric Johnson, Alan Baca, Alberto Urueta, and Mark Springer. I'm Connor McGahey. Our pleasure to bring you Military Appreciation Night here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Goaltender interference on Jackson Lacombe. Wedgwood in a good deal of pain, EJ, but looks like he's going to stay out there, and seems to be the opinion of head trainer Matt Sokolowski as well.
It did not look good live. Thankfully, Wedgie's okay.
Face-off, one back for Cale Makar. Down the slot, Makar holding, shooting, blocked in front. Nichushkin, the follow-up try, and that's deflected over the top. McKinnon wins it, but it goes right to Anaheim, and they'll clear it down ice. Avs 0 for 1 on the power play. 2 shots on the first man advantage. Makar jump starts it for Lehkonen. It goes all the way back into the Avalanche zone. Haven't seen that look yet. Lehkonen was right at the blue line of the Ducks and then shot it back into the right corner of the Avs end. Now Natchez across the blue line. Olofsson back for Natchez in the corner. And it's too much in a tiny space. Olofsson, Paling, shorthanded. Drop feed, gave it right to McKinnon. Anaheim changing. McKinnon trying to catch them in that change. Carlson just off the bench. McKinnon will drop it for Natchez. Across the blue line, over for Olofsson. Gave it away. Carlson kicks it towards center ice. McKinnon can't get there. Ducks with it one more time. PK is not exactly their specialty. 26 on the road in the National Hockey League. McKinnon reaching in. No angle shot, save made by Wedgwood. Puck is free. McKinnon has a 4-on-2. Make it a 3-on-2 if he hurries. McKinnon drops it for Brock Nelson. Avs just need a reset here. Start moving the legs one more time. Here's Zellweger. Hacked that by Arturi Lehkonen. He'll lay it behind the net. 35 seconds to go in a very disjointed Avalanche power play. Stretch pass. Brindley tried to pick the far corner. Missed.
Just missed.
And that goes all the way back into the Avalanche zone. Wedgwood has to come out and play it. Couple good looks for Brindley. Looking for goals 3 straight games. He has the puck, right side circle, sprinting through center ice. Brindley lost it, able to keep it alive. Gave it right to Anaheim. Nestorenko lobs it wide of Wedgwood. Again, hit a weird part in the glass. Ends up benefiting the Avs, and now Colton will skate the center ice. And the Avs 0 for 2 on the power play. Out comes Lacombe to the boos of the crowd. Landeskog overskated the puck, but able to keep it pinched against the near sideboards. Crashing in is Colton. Dug free by the Ducks. Goes off Lacombe's skate. And now Taves will settle it down right side circle in the zone. Up the gut. Parker Kelly can't get there. Stabs it backwards for Brent Burns. Rifled back around by Trouba. Bouncing puck. Taves swats it ahead. Trouba didn't touch the puck. That close to too many men on the ice for Anaheim. Halfway mark of the hockey game. 1-1. McTavish at the center logo. Cutter Gauthier around Brent Burns. Jack Drury behind the net. Reaching as Manson can't get there. Manson ties up his man. McTavish centering feed. Here's a try for Gauthier over the top of the net. Rebound for Zellweger. Blocked by Manson. 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Manson to his left and Val Nichushkin all the way over Parker Kelly. Drop pass. Drury, a shot save made by DeStahl. Sometimes you just need it to go right in your glove. I think that was the case for DeStahl. He'll hang on. We'll take a timeout. 9:23 to go in the second. Somehow it's still 1-1 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
We're living with first world problems right here. An 8-2 football team whose offense is absolutely terrible.
Whoever said 8-2 has to be sexy?
I actually like the fact that they've seen some weird adversity.
8 wins, 2 losses.
We normally have been waiting until December for 8 wins. It's not even Turkey Day.
Sometimes we wait 2 years for 8 wins.
Yeah.
What's next for the Broncos?
How excited are we, Broncos country, for the Chiefs coming to town?
Super excited.
Baja Magic is real. Let's get it.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is Todd Frayton's heart. He's begun his wellness journey. This is its sound on a treadmill. At a slight incline. On a stroll through the forest. And this is the heart of Maria Sanchez, his physician. What's it doing here? A lot, actually. Because when we partner with you, we don't just offer a strategic plan and status updates. We put our hearts into it, beat for beat. We call it the power of we. Intermountain Health.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
9:23 to go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche and Ducks are tied at a goal apiece. It's the 30th anniversary for the Avalanche. Join the 30 Quest Photo Scavenger Hunt for a chance to win exclusive Avalanche prizes at coloradoavalanche.com/quest. Found a photo of me in the McNichols Arena parking lot.
Got Landeskog up at the top line here.
McKinnon out there, Natchez, Landeskog, back to the point, Cale Makar. Taves unwinds, pat save made by Dostal, goes right to McKinnon. Cale Makar holds again, lets it rip, Dostal had it, thrown through the crease, and nobody can tap it home. Devon Taves is everywhere tonight for the Avs. Pass back to the point, Landeskog, nice piece of skill to keep that in with one hand. Now Natchez, behind the goal line, Landeskog. Up top for Taves. Awkward for him, and trust me, I know awkward. It goes underneath his blade and all the way behind Scott Wedgwood. Wedgwood for Makar, back for Devon Taves. Lefty now back to righty.
Were you an awkward kid growing up or no?
What do you think?
I would probably say yes.
Yeah, probably a good goal. Here's Val Nichushkin, leaves it for Brock Nelson. Power move behind the net. Nelson tagged up for a moment. Loose stick on the ice to the point. Malinsky shot broke. Went right to Nichushkin. Lets it go. Rebound, score! In the regular season. He scored in the playoffs in this building on that end of the ice, and now he's got the crowd to their feet again in the regular season as Colorado takes a 2-1 lead.
That's got to feel so good for Gabe, and Malinsky takes this one-timer from the top. His stick breaks, and the puck goes right to Val Nichushkin in the slot. Malinsky takes this one-timer, the puck trickles into Nichushkin. The rebound sits for Landeskog. Dostal tries to poke it away, and Landeskog gets a stick on it on the rebound. Great for Gabe.
Here's Alan Roach.
Goal! Scoring his first goal of the season. Number 92, Gabriel Landeskog.
Listen to that.
Assisted by number 13, Valeri Nichushkin. And number 70, Sam Malinsky. Time of the goal, 11 minutes.
That's the power of sports. Right there. How about 18,000 plus, all on their feet, knowing what just one simple goal in a second period of a regular season game in November can do for a human and for inspiration. Incredible. There's the chance. "12 minutes gone in the second period. Brock Nelson takes it over. Colton leaves it for Nelson. Far side Happel. Shot deflected wide of the net. Near side boards. It's also nice to have a Gabe Landeskog goal count for once. And there wasn't even a hint of an offside review.
Could you imagine?
Oh, I said, you know, the next time it happens, call in the office in New York City. 7.5 to go in the second period. 2-1 Colorado. Josh Manson quickly ahead through center ice. Olofsson had it blocked. Second bite of the apple gets it to Jack Drury. Lays it backwards for Brent Burns. His pass down low is deflected by Vetrano. That goes out of play. 7:19 to go in the second period. Colorado 2 and the Ducks 1.
That's a big goal for the Avs right there. The Ducks were sort of tilting the ice in their favor, and the Avs had 2 really good shifts in a row where they controlled most of the play, most of the momentum, most of the puck possession. And a harmless looking shot from Malinsky with the fortunate break of the stick that goes right to Nichushkin in the slot. And Gabe Landeskog's the beneficiary.
Sam Malinsky gets the other assist. Already his 7th helper of the season for Sam Malinsky. Ducks win the draw. They'll send it to the red line. Kick back across center ice. And now Olofsson will duel Zellweger near side boards. Finally pried free by Jansen Harkins. Avs turn it the other way. Brindley, nifty little move to get it back for Burns. Olofsson outstretched, gets it down the near side wall. Drury looks over his shoulders. Trouba steals it away from him. Turns it right over to Ashawn. Takes the shot. Glove save made by DeStahl. And he'll halt proceedings. 6:51 to go in the second period. Drury does not care for, I almost said Rene Zellweger, but this is Olin Zellweger. I don't know Jack Drury's opinions on Rene.
I wish you did. Maybe we can get him in the second intermission.
I'll put in the request right now.
Do you think he knows who Rene Zellweger is, Connor?
We're getting to that point where players don't know. Actors and actresses and musicians of that generation.
It's really sad, actually.
Would be interesting to see if Jack Drury, who's just 25,
he might not.
He might not know Rene Zellweger.
I'm going to text him after the game.
Yeah, please. Let's. Can we report back on this?
Yep, I will.
Thank you so much. Killorn down the far boards. Taves wards him off. What a play by Taves. McKinnon ahead now for Natchez. Across the blue line, Natchez holds around Lacombe. No icing on the Avalanche. Say it all the time as Natchez will throw a hit in the corner. Devon Taves, one of the most underrated defenders in the National Hockey League. Ducks will ding it out of their own end. Killorn, Nestorenko, wide of Lacombe. Lacombe wants to center it. Makar hacks it away from him. McKinnon helping out. Now Taves again. Ran into a roadblock. Tries the near wall. McKinnon couldn't handle it, but he kicks it. I thought it went out of the zone. I guess not. Hard to tell right in front of us. Nestorenko will keep it alive. Makar leans into Killorn. Tries to kick it free. Killorn has it. Uh-oh. Numbers for the Ducks. Shot save made by Wedgwood. It falls for Marty Natchez, and the Avalanche clear it back towards center ice.
Great save by Wedgwood, kicking the pillows out there. The Ducks were buzzing, and the Avs weathered the storm with a big save by Wedgwood.
Lehkonen gets to the red line. He'll dump it in. That top line needs a change. He's been out there for quite some time, over a minute and a half. Bardakov steals it away. Burns off the near side boards. Now it's Parker Kelly. Brindley to his right. Parker Kelly will dump it in and throw a hit. Blocking the trapezoid behind the Ducks. Brindley holding back up top. Manson receives it on the backhand. Burns holding, looking for a deflection. Glove down by Bardakov. Knocked away the last second by Chris Kreider. And he'll clear for the Ducks. Boy, Burns had 2 assists on the weekend with that slap pass from the same spot. He almost had a third. Bardakov backwards for Burns. Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. Kelly will tip it in. 4:52 to go in the second.
Did you take your medicine this morning?
I did. I'm fine.
Okay.
Just office quote for those who know.
Sure.
Yeah. Malinsky, near side circle, looking for a goal to go with his assist. Ashawn keeps it alive. Cal Nichushkin. Again, Avs have to be careful here as Ashawn will track back. Brock Nelson playing defense. Thrown in front, tipped wide of the net. Wedgwood back in between the pipes. Head fake. And now it's McTavish working down low. All kinds of room for Zellweger. Lets it fly. Blocked in front. Goes wide of the net. McTavish. Short angle shot. It's off the back of the cage. I think that stung Seneca, who was waiting in front as Malinsky. One hands it ahead. Malinsky. Drop feed for Brock Nelson. Nelson hands it off for Val Nichushkin. Pass towards the back post. And now Nelson has to get loose. Sort of indecision there 3 or 4 times. Sort of confused how much time and space the Avalanche had in the Duck zone. Meanwhile, Toronto dueling with Cale Makar. Makar will dig it out. Landeskog. He has the go-ahead goal for the Avs. Landeskog to the red line. He'll dump it in. And he'll get there first. Ahead of Ian Moore. Drew Hellison, 1-4, not 7-4. Makar will throw a hit. Puck is still in the Duck zone. Drury trying to dig it out from against the boards and keep it there. 3:27 to go in the second period. Avalanche 2 and the Ducks 1. Anaheim sends it ahead. Ross Johnston tries to get there. Overskated it. Landeskog onto the backhand of Drury. Into the path of Taves. He'll fish it down the near side boards. And both teams will make tiny changes. Ducks send it back to center. Burns. Near side wall for Taves. Chops it down the near wall away from Drury. And it's picked up by Poehling. Underneath, Poehling receives it at the center circle. Minchikov. Near side Killorn. Burns goes backwards. Away from Taves. Wedgwood couldn't handle it. And now Nestorenko finds some space. Centering feed off his skate. Pinching is Minchikov. Shot on target. Not much to work with. Wedgwood will make the save. He'll hang on. We'll take a timeout. 2:41 to go in the second. Shots are 2017 Colorado. They lead the Ducks 2-1. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.241 to go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. The Stanley Cup champion Eric Johnson, Alan Baca, Pat Chavez, Alberto Urueta, Mark Springer. I'm somebody else. It's our pleasure to bring you the Avs and the Ducks for the first time this season around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Kind of a feeling out process since the Landeskog goal. Not a whole lot going on for either team. Both teams probably want to just settle in and go into the next period with a one-goal cushion for the Avs. And let's see if the Ducks press here and try to tie this up going into the third.
Avs win the draw in their own zone. Brent Burns behind his own net, out to center ice, tapped by Arturi Lehkonen. Icing is beat out by Marty Necas. Near side wall, McKinnon snaps it towards the net, and Dostal got a blocker to it. Manson went to keep it in over his backhand, plays it down the boards. Lehkonen plays it to himself, not once but twice. On the money for Nathan McKinnon. He gets around one, fans on the shot. That puck never settled. Jackson Lacombe made it difficult, and now it's skied to center by Anaheim. Manson wanted to get it back from Arturi Lehkonen, and you saw what he was trying to do, and a lot of swinging and missing out there. As Lehkonen will pinch Lacombe up against the boards. Manson steals it backwards for McKinnon. Holds up at his own blue line. Outstretched is Lehkonen. Centers it. McKinnon all the way through for Necas. Couldn't kick it to his stick to cut towards the net. And Poehling steals it away. Lacombe. Ahead now for Killorn. Pushed aside by Cale Makar. Those two have gone shoulder to shoulder a couple times in this period. Glider out of the pile to the point and Trouba. The Ranger connection. And now Killorn. Carlson near side boards. Has the puck, has the goal for Anaheim. Leaves it for Trouba. Shot towards the net. Deflected wide. Up the back of the cage. Turned in front. Kicked free by Lehkonen. Into the path of Val Nichushkin if he can get on his horse. Nichushkin throws on the brakes, looking for help. Nichushkin all the way through for Cale Makar. Too hard to handle. It was in his feet. The other way, Troy Terry holding. Terry a shot. Missed the net over the helmet of Scott Wedgwood. Makar turned it over. Taves got in the way. Makar will glove it down. Wanted to send it ahead for Ross. Colton does. And maybe if Colton kept skating, could have beat out the icing, but put his head in the air instead. With a minute to go in the second period, it's icing on Colorado as they lead 2-1.
Tough time for the icing there. 1 minute left in the second. Makar and Taves have been out there for a while. So is Nichushkin. So critical face-off here with a minute left to go in the second.
Makar at 55 seconds. Big draw here for Brock Nelson. Going against McTavish. Left side of the ice, right side circle. We think?
Oh my God, they're up the puck.
See, this is my point, is that everybody on earth wants the puck to go down except for the linesman. Avs win the draw. Makar for Val Nichushkin. Pokes it across the red line. Icing is waved off. Avs can at least get one player off. It's Brock Nelson to the bench. McTavish brings it back in. Need to get those defensemen out of there. Ross Colton on his forehand.
Nice play by Colton.
Great play by Colton up the middle. Olofsson, stretch pass. Olofsson trying to get around Lacombe. Olofsson holds up. Leaves it for Jack Drury. Drop pass, Colton. And again, the puck didn't stay with him. Olofsson can't get there. Near side boards, pinching is Brent Burns. He's got some space. Burns towards the net front. Backhander save made by Dostal. 22 seconds to go in the second period. Brent Burns knows a thing or two about playing the Ducks. His 79th game versus Anaheim. Has 15 goals in those previous 78. Turnover Ducks. Walensky with it. Now for Landeskog. Those two linked up for the go-ahead goal. Jack Drury throws on the brakes. Drury gets it deep. Period 2 is through. Shots finished 21-18 overall. Colorado, they have a 2-1 lead. They outshot the Ducks 9-6 in that second period. And most importantly, Gabe Landeskog got his first regular season goal for the Avalanche since March of 2022 to give Colorado the lead.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, just a huge weight off his shoulders. I know all the guys feel good for him. The fans will feel good for him. It just means so much after such a long time off. And it probably doesn't mean a ton because he scored in the playoffs last year. So, you know, it's a little bit different, but just great for him to get off the schneid there and get that goal. And for the most part, that second period was a little bit of not a whole lot going on. Two teams sort of feeling each other out, where the first was more run and gun. So should set us up for a great third here, Connor.
And Anaheim is not really used to 2-1 hockey games. No. They're 7-4 shootouts. So how does this benefit the Avs when, I mean, 3 of the last 4 have been 4-goal games. The other 2 were 7-goal games for the Anaheim Ducks.
Well, you saw it a little bit that period. There's certain plays that the Ducks can't afford to make. They can't let the Avs have any free chances that they don't earn. So Anaheim has to pick their spots and earn their chances and not try and get cute with the puck. And I think that's the biggest key is Colorado's a savvy older team. They know how to close these games out. The Ducks are still kind of learning how to do that. So it should be an entertaining game. The third will be awesome, and I'm looking forward to calling another 20 with you unless I decide to leave early, Connor.
Which has happened before. There is precedence for this. I'm out. But don't leave before listening to the Intermission Report, which is hosted by Mark Springer, produced by Alberto Urueta and Alan Baca back in our NHL Tonight studios. It features scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. Eric Johnson, we think, and I will have the third period for you live from Ball Arena in just about 16.5 minutes time. But after 40 minutes of play in downtown Denver, it's the Avalanche 2 and the Ducks 1. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Wendy's closes an hour. I got to get going.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back from McKinnon. He lets it go from Middlestat.
That's a goal.
Your Avalanche Intermission Report is next.
Tough, man.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
for Marty Necas. He's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick Plan. Pick any 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick.
Colorado. The Avalanche bring the heat on the ice. And now you can bring that same winning shine to your ride at Cobblestone Car Wash. Whether it's snow, slush, or road grime, Cobblestone's got you covered with over 43 locations and unlimited wash memberships that pay for themselves in just 2 visits. We'll keep your car looking fresh off the power play all season long. Cobblestone Car Wash, official car wash of the Colorado Avalanche.
Visit Century Casino and Hotel every weekend this November to get a jump on the holidays. Win free play and a gift card for a free turkey every Saturday and Sunday in our Gobble Gobble Progressives. Plus, on Fridays, stop in to earn the gift of the week. This month, we're giving away Master Chef kitchen items to make the holidays special. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the Central City Parkway. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more! No more!
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche Intermission Report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche Intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome to your second intermission report. I'm Mark Springer alongside Alberto Uriueta. And after 2 periods of play out at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, the Colorado Avalanche lead the Anaheim Ducks 2-1. We will give you a summary of how we got here by listening to the goal calls from Connor McGahey and Eric Johnson. It has been a fun game. It has been as advertised. You know, the Ducks have scored a lot of goals this season. They've allowed a lot of goals. Maybe we were expecting a few more goals tonight, but still had a few. And nonetheless, it has been an entertaining contest, as expected, between the 2 top teams in the Western Conference, the 2 division leaders in the Western Conference. Anaheim's good. I'm watching them play in the first 2 periods of this game. They're legit, but so are the Colorado Avalanche. We know that. And less than 30 seconds into tonight's game, the Avs struck first.
Lehkonen was there for a tap-in. Lehkonen tries again. He scores! We're up all night to get lucky. 3 goals his last 2 games for Arturi Lehkonen. And 28 seconds into the hockey game, Colorado strikes first. They're up 1-0.
Arturi Lehkonen's 7th goal of the season, assisted by Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. Nate has 30 points on the season now. That leads all NHL skaters by at least 4 points. Well, who's tied for second in the NHL in points? That would be the young star for the Anaheim Ducks, Leo Carlsson. He had 25 points coming into tonight. We had some 4-on-4 action after a couple roughing penalties were called on each side at the end of near the end of the first period. Ducks had a break out the other way. Good neutral zone play to get it behind the net. And Jacob Trouba and Troy Terry behind net would find this man who's right behind Nate. He's 20 years old. He's good. He's Leo Carlsson.
Gets it back from Carlsson behind the net. Thrown in front wide open, and they score. It's Carlson, guess who? And we're tied at 1 with 1:44 to go in the first.
What a beautiful play by the Anaheim Ducks. If you appreciate good passing, if you appreciate skill on the highest level, we just saw it from Leo Carlson and the Anaheim Ducks. Troy Terry starts this whole play in the neutral zone. And then they get going in the Avs defensive zone, The puck kind of trickles around behind the net. Trouba makes a bank pass to himself behind the Avs net, and Carlson's all alone in front. Wedgwood had no chance when that puck comes from behind the net out front. It's so tough for the goalie to react. What a beautiful play from the Ducks.
Leo Carlson scores his 11th goal of the season, and it's his 26th point of the season. Macklin Celebrini for the Sharks had a couple points in an overtime win in Minnesota, so he got the 26 points. Him and Carlson are tied at 26 points, right behind Nathan MacKinnon, who has 30 points on the season. And that goal from Leo Carlson tied this game at 1, and that is how we ended the first period. Second period, we go. One thing of note in this period, Scott Wedgwood got ran over by Jake Lacombe, one of the alternate captains for the Ducks. He's a 24-year-old defenseman. He crashed net front. He's a defenseman. He's not often playing net front. He was out of control. He ran into Scott Wedgwood. Wedgie went down. Lacombe was called for goaltender interference. Avs would go on a power play, would not score. Wedgwood was okay. He would stay in the game even though he was in visible pain. But okay, Avs don't score on that power play. That's fine, because you know what? It's been a long time coming. It has been since Saturday, March 5th, 2022, when Gabe Landeskog last scored in the regular season. Now, he scored in the playoffs in a home game against the Dallas Stars, but he has not scored in the regular season since March 5th, 2022. It's November 11th, 2025. We know Gabe's story. The long road back. He's had 2 goals overturned via offside coach's challenge this season. They were similar snapshots to the one he scored against the Stars in the playoffs from the high left side. Very beautiful shots from Gabe Landeskog. But you know what Gabe does better than maybe anybody else in the NHL is he gets net front and he tips pucks, he redirects pucks, and he swallows rebounds, and he gathers them, and he puts them back in. That's how Gabe Landeskog scored his first goal since 2022 to put the Avs up 2-1.
Here's Val Nichushkin. Leaves it for Brock Nelson. Power move behind the net. Nelson tagged up for a moment. Loose stick on the ice to the point. Malinsky. Shot broke. Went right to Nichushkin. Lets it go. Rebound. Score! Oh, Captain! My Captain! Gabriel Landeskog. His first goal in 1,347 days in the regular season. He scored in the playoffs in this building on that end of the ice, and now he's got the crowd to their feet again in the regular season as Colorado takes a 2-1 lead.
Gabriel Landeskog's first goal of this regular season, his first goal in about 3 years in the regular season, and it was in classic Gabe fashion. Doing the hard work, doing the dirty work. Net front off of a Val Nichushkin shot. Gabe cleaned it up and put it back in, and it's a go-ahead goal against the best team in the Pacific, the second best team in the West. Gabe Landeskog scores a pivotal goal for the Colorado Avalanche in what very well might be the biggest matchup in the entire NHL this season. Avs-Ducks has some juice to it tonight. People were looking forward to it coming in. It's on national TV. Gabe Landeskog gets the go-ahead goal in the second period to put the Avs up 2-1 over Anaheim. Avalanche Hockey is brought to you by Ball Corporation. All in for the Avs. Aluminum, all in. We will continue with your second intermission report after a break on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio is the home of your Colorado Avalanche. And every Wednesday morning at 8, we've got the Jared Bednar Show.
It's a goal of ours, win the division, win the conference, kind of set yourself up for your best chance at success in the playoffs. The habits you build and the way you play and the commitment that you play with. Every advantage perceived or real that we can get for ourselves, that's what we want.
The Jared Bednar Show with Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 and Mr. Rooter Plumbing, proudly rooting for Colorado's hockey team.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
When you're hurt, your case isn't just about the law. It's about the medicine. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos, emergency medicine physician and attorney. I know how injuries happen, how they impact your life, and how to prove it in court. Don't let your case be a guessing game. Ramos Law, the only firm led by a medical doctor and attorney. Come experience the doctor-lawyer difference.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/1/25.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your second intermission report after one period of play out at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche lead the Ducks 2-1. And Nathan MacKinnon gets to 30 points on the season with an assist on an Arturi Lehkonen goal. Just under 30 seconds into this game, Leo Carlsson scored his 11th goal of the season towards the end of the first period. And then Gabriel Landeskog scored his first goal of the season, his first regular season goal in 3 seasons to put the Avalanche up 2-1 just over midway through the second period. Hey, Avs fans, set your reminders now. Jared Bednar joins Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane for his weekly visit tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Sure, they'll ask him about Gabe Landeskog's goal. Tune in to Altitude Sports Radio and be in the know about everything related to the best team in the NHL. It's brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, proudly rooting for Colorado's hockey team. We are all proudly rooting for the Colorado Avalanche as they look to get their 11th win of the season and extend their lead in the Western Conference and, for that matter, the entire NHL. But they got 20 more minutes to hold off the Anaheim Ducks, who are the second best team in the Western Conference, and Connor McGahey and Eric Johnson have your third period call. Next, Avs lead 2-1 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Ooh, that face. Quantum fiber internet loves that face.
That's Jamila.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi keeps your meeting game strong.
Rushing all of the video calls. Back-to-back video calls.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service and select locations only.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 presents Avs Ticket Tuesday. Every Altitude show all day has your shot at tickets for an upcoming Avalanche game. Listen every hour on the 20s for the keyword Avs Ticket Tuesday from Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win while drinking a cold one.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners, but before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team. And your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Who's gonna answer the bell? Come on, boys. We go here, huh?
It's time for the third period.
That goal changes everything here. Gotta get the next one here.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the third period, Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead on the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim going left to right here in the second. In white, black, and orange. The Avalanche, burgundy, and blue the opposite direction. Fired ahead, Kreider backwards now for Troy Terry. Works his way across the Avalanche line and around Josh Manson. Brock Nelson ties him up behind the net. Puck pops free. Mans will get there first. Poole cues it up the near side wall. Nichushkin takes it with him to neutral ice. Off the boards and golfs behind Dostal by Ross Colton. Teased his numbers versus the Ducks earlier. 9 games played and 9 points. 6 of those are goals. Here's a chance from Nichushkin. Save made by Dostal. And now Seneca dispossessed by Nichushkin at the Ducks line. Nichushkin holds. Drop feed for Colton. Almost right on cue. He scored. He almost made it 7. Teeing him up for that one as whistle blows. 18:54 to go in the third. 2-1 Avs.
Any rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche or the NHL. Berg Simpson injury lawyers remind you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790 Logan O'Connor 2525. If you've been injured, contact Berg Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives.
Masterfully done.
Thank
you. Up one back from Malinsky. He lets it ride off a body and wide. Dr. Seuss apparently calling the game now on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Malinsky gets ahead of Nestorenko up the near side boards. Drury will tap it through center ice. Olofsson on his horse. Icing is waved off as Minchikov is back. Turned it over to Drury. Keeps it himself. Bottom of the circle. Drury. Short angle shot. He tried to pick the top corner. Almost had it. Dug free. As Kaloran turns backwards, Ian Moore will arrive to pick it up off the far wall, down ice. If this goes wide of Wedgwood, it's icing. It doesn't. It goes right on target. Sean with it, 18-12 to go in the third. A war, yes, but the amount of time remaining. Brindley down the left flank, keeps it himself. Gavin Brindley holds. Brindley shoots. Glove save made by Dostal. Boy, the scouting report on Dostal must be that glove side is strong. He's made 3 or 4 very, very good glove saves here tonight.
He's made a handful, and the Avs keep going there. So, man, he looks sharp. He's really held the Ducks in this game. Brindley with a great chance off the rush continues to impress. Full energy. Piss and vinegar. He's flying for the Avalanche tonight.
Bartikov will take the draw. Wins it back for Josh Manson. Now it's Parker Kelly all the way through. Burns panned on the shot. He's got it back. Brent Burns behind the Ducks net. Curls it in front. Off his skate and off the back of the net, Brindley. Took some contact. Now a hit is thrown by Bartikov. Throws it in front. This is tipped on by Brindley. Save made by Dostal. I know Bartikov doesn't have any points tonight, but noticeably, this has probably been his best game in an Avalanche uniform. He's been all over the Ducks on every shift.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Connor. I thought the exact same thing in the second. His stick is heavy. He's hard on the puck. He pushes Trouba off the puck. He wins the battle. Kelly finds the loose change, slings it to the net, and Brindley gets a whack at it. Zakhar Bartikov has been exceptional for the Avalanche tonight. Heavy on the forecheck, all over the ice for the Avalanche.
Face off to the right of Dostal. It will be taken by Brock Nelson. He's out there with McKinnon and Natchez at the moment. Devon Taves and Cale Makar. Nelson can't win the draw. Ducks have it in their own zone. They'll loft it ahead, and it's kept right at the blue line by Chris Kreider. Troy Terry trying to get away from Cale Makar. Up top, Lacombe. Now it's Hellison. Down to the circle. On the end around is Carlson. Leaves it for Lacombe. Lacombe throws on the brakes. Back for Carlson. His shot is snared by Wedgwood. No problem there. Good a shooter as Carlson is. It's non-threatening from that far out with 17-18. They go in the third. A 2-1 lead for the Avs. Ball Corporation brings you Avalanche hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Ball Corporation all in for the Avs. Aluminum all in.
Good job by the Avs there, clearing the net front for Wedgwood to see that puck. He saw that puck the whole way from Carlson. Devon Taves did a great job on the doorstep, just boxing out, clearing out. Wedgwood saw it the whole way.
Ducks win the draw. Lacombe, far point, will send it behind the net. Taves got a touch to it. But Anaheim still in control. Terry leaves it for Kreider. Back for Terry, high in the zone. Terry, far circle, shot towards the net, blocked by Makar. That one stunk. Terry has it back. Makar to his feet. However, slowly, one-timer Carlson, save made Wedgwood. Rebound is there for Kreider. Got tangled up, and the rebound goes wide of the net. Taves gets it loose. Lehkonen trying to get to the near side boards. Can't get there in time. Taves intercepts. Boy, he read that play from about 12 feet away as McKinnon leaves it for Natchez 1-on-3. Natchez down to the corner. Now below the goal line out in front. Lehkonen was there. It was blocked by Lacombe. Lehkonen all the way through Manson. Fumbled it for a moment. Connects with McKinnon. Trying to get it back up top for Manson. That was forced, and now the Ducks will send it back to neutral ice. Avs get a stick in there. Burns again as Seneca across center ice. Now back across the red line. Took a bump from McKinnon, who will go off for a change for Colorado. McTavish a shot. Save made Wedgwood straight up in the air. Bouncing puck, and he's able to kick it to the corner. Pass to the point as Brock Nelson took his man with him, and again the Ducks do the Avs a favor and clear it the length of the ice.
The Ducks are pressing. The Avs are a little bit on their heels. They're coming with a lot of speed through the neutral zone. Avs have to neutralize the Ducks they need to neutralize the Ducks through the neutral zone.
Now Nichushkin over for Sam Malinsky. Stop shooting the glove side on Dostal because he hangs on to it again. What you just experienced is what I experience literally 6 times a game.
Yeah, I have a full jar of marbles in my mouth. I could not spit whatever I was trying to say out of my mouth to save my life. I apologize to everyone listening over the airwaves. That
we are professionals.
Was tough to try and say.
The fact that we're both in this job is kind of a miracle. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Face-off won by the Ducks. Skyrockets in flight to center ice. Glove down by Olofsson. He'll send it behind the net to Stahl. Down to center. Tipped. Will it be icing? No. Again, right on Wedgwood. Wedgwood plays the puck. Came right to Nestorenko. Shot is blocked by Sean, and he'll take it aside. Wedgwood, for all his very good qualities, is not the best puck handler in the world. As Jack Drury will backhand it behind Dostal. Almost gave it away to Gabe Landeskog. Forced ahead. Sean. Good read there to force Killorn backwards, and now both teams will change and reset with 5 minutes gone in the third. Avs 2, Ducks 1. Pass it to Linesman, thrown in front, blocked again by Taves. Candidate for the player of the game so far. Taves, head down, leaves it for Parker Kelly. Kelly a shot, short angle save made by Dostal. Rebound for Brindley. Trying to go back up top. It hit a body, and now it falls in the neutral zone for Cale Makar. In a little bit of trouble. Bardakov got loose, lays it back for Taves. Now he gets the return feed. Bardakov across center ice, down the left wing. Bardakov holds. Forced to the corner by Ian Moore. Swings it all the way around. Shot towards the net. Save made Dostal. Brindley gets to the rebound. Behind the net, tried to center it. Blocked. Picked up by Bardakov. He has it one more time. He had Parker Kelly out of the corner of his eye. Now it's gloved down by Josh Manson. Slap pass for Gavin Brindley. He got a touch to it. Is this going to be a penalty on the Ducks for delay of game? It is. Brindley the pressure in the corner, and he forces Ian Moore into a mistake. And the fan who got the puck hangs on to it, stands up and chugs his beer until it's empty. That's hockey, folks.
Live, I thought this hit the boards, but let's take a look at it on the replay, and he completely airmails it out of the zone. Ian Moore does. He'll sit for 2, but what I'm most impressed with is the fan caught the puck and slammed 24 ounces of Coors Banquet.
I mean, to do that to a buckskin is impressive. You know, we're not doing seltzers or light Mick Ultra, however delicious. Only better if it was a Mountain Time lager. Just like Avalanche hockey, cool, crisp, and from Colorado. If you love hockey, then you're going to love Mountain Time. Go grab a case. Game time means Mountain Time. Power play time for the Avalanche. McKinnon up top for Natchez. Left side of the ice, near side circle. McKinnon has it back. His one-timer goes off the post. McCarr over for Victor Olofsson. The speed at which that puck moves around the zone defies my powers of description. Here's McKinnon behind the net. Now it's Natchez high in the zone. Natchez hanging on to it. Down low for Olofsson in the corner. Back up top for Natchez. McCarr sweeps it for McKinnon. Wants that centering feed. McKinnon up top for McCarr. McKinnon the one-timer. Fanned on it. Goes to Olofsson. He tried to tuck it in and hit a body and wide. And Anaheim will send it down ice with 1:10 to go in the power play. McCarr will pick it up. Leads it for Nathan McKinnon. Minute gone in the man advantage. McKinnon leads it for McCarr. He's got room near side boards. Olofsson on this side now. One touch pass from McCarr. Olofsson. Now Natchez. McKinnon back on this near wing. Up top for McCarr. Holds. McKinnon fakes the one-timer. Keeps it himself. Backdoor feed. Tipped. Score! Another marker on the power play, and Colorado's lead is 2 with 12:58 to go in the third.
Well, this whole play develops with Nathan McKinnon on the entry. Does a beautiful entry behind the back, stops it to McCarr. McCarr takes a shot pass from the top, right in the middle to Lehkonen. He gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon finds Lehkonen, who tips it to Natchez on the back door. A double deflection, and Marty Party finishes it off.
Thought that it might have been Lehkonen, but it was in fact Natchez with confirmation in a moment. Here's Alan Roach.
Goal of the season, number 88, Martin Natchez. Assisted by number 62, Arturi Lehkonen. And number 29, Nathan McKinnon.
So McKinnon and Lehkonen get the assist. Just another casual 2-point night for Nathan McKinnon. Avs dig it free. Parker Kelly trying to get a 2-on-1. Kelly, boy, he just had the stick axed completely out of his hands. And as soon as the Ducks were scored on the power play, they're going to be shorthanded one more time. And the Avalanche will be on the man advantage when we come back. 12:24 to go in the third. Colorado leads 3-1 over the Ducks. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
We're living with first world problems right here. An 8-2 football team whose offense is absolutely terrible.
Whoever said 8-2 has to be sexy?
I actually like the fact that they've seen some weird adversity.
8 wins, 2 losses.
We normally have been waiting until December for 8 wins. It's not even Turkey Day.
Sometimes we wait 2 years for 8 wins.
Yeah.
What's next for the Broncos?
How excited are we, Broncos country, for the Chiefs coming to town?
Super excited.
Mile High Magic is real. Let's get it.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Avs faithful, aluminum is the MVP of recycling. Every time you choose aluminum, you're scoring big for sustainability. Like a top shelf slapper or a game-winning breakaway, choosing aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying a cold drink during the game, remember that aluminum is your MVP to building a sustainable future. All in for the Avs. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Back at Ball Arena, 3-1 Colorado going on the power play. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Brought to you by Bird Simpson across the vast Altitude Sports Radio Network. Good news, Eric Johnson. Avs scored on the power play, going back on the power play. Bad news, Val Nichushkin has gone down the tunnel for Colorado. We'll keep an eye on that. They saw one back for Cale Makar. Now Natchez for Makar. He holds. Natchez far circle. He had the last power play goal. Natchez. Makar has it up top. Near side circle, McKinnon. Scoots down to the corner, but now behind the net, Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen waits, returns it to McKinnon. Puck hopped over his stick. He's got it back. To the point, Makar. He receives it. Frees up Natchez. Far side circle. Quickly to the near side for McKinnon. All the way through. Natchez winds and fires, and he missed the net. Ends up back with it. Far side circle. Ducks can't clear. Makar keeps it in. Makar holding. Double clutches. Hands it off for Natchez. He has room to shoot. Makar lets it go. Save made Dostal. And the puck is cleared out. Nice as Cale Makar dodged a bullet literally there on the clearance from Anaheim.
He ducked from the duck clearing attempt.
Oh, McKinnon
so
for
pathetic.
Olofsson. It's so bad, but it's so amazing. Taves, as Makar, maybe traumatized from that, went to the bench. Now Natchez has, all of you are traumatized from us. Natchez has it back. One-timer blocked. Olofsson is, Taves will get it below the goal line. Intercepted by Minchikov. 42 seconds to go on the power play. And it pops right to the Ducks. Here they come short-handed. Here's a try wide of Wedgwood. Ends up on the tape of Olofsson. Olofsson backwards for Taves. 30 seconds to go in the power play. If you weren't going to say it, I was.
I knew you were thinking
I know. It's a sad state of affairs. Taves to the red line. Backwards for Nelson. To his right, Brindley. Stick handling right up Broadway. Why not? Brindley. Behind the net goes right to Lacombe, and he'll clear for the Ducks with 10 seconds to go in Trouba's delay of game minor. One shot so far on this power play. Brindley cross center ice. Landeskog near wing. Back down to the corner. Brindley leaves it for Landeskog. Off goes Nelson. On pops Brent Burns. 10-13 to go in the third period. 3-1 lead for the Avs over the Ducks. Colton off the wall. Taves with it. Quickly to his right, and Burns shot towards the net, blocked. Counterattack Anaheim, but they don't have the numbers. Ross Colton lost an edge, but from his side, he's able to knock that puck away along with Brent Burns. And now Taves will flip it to center. Glove down by Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly near circle. Pushes it wide to the corner. Throws on the brakes, looking for help from Bardakov. Kelly back to his feet. Bardakov behind the net. Quickly all the way over for Burns. Holding, shooting, and it's a save made by Dostal. He'll hang on, and we'll take another timeout. Parker Kelly and Ian Moore getting into it. Not sure what that's about. Kelly just skating away, smiling. Oh, I forgot you were there. You may go now. We'll take a timeout. 9:40 to go in the third. Avs 3, Ducks 1. Thanks for still somehow listening to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
He scores! The Mac Attack is back, Jack!
Your Colorado Avalanche is back on home ice at Ball Arena. Watch Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, and the rest of the team bring the energy.
Marty Natchez, a shot. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Don't miss it. Tickets available now at ColoradoAvalanche.com.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster and outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your Weather Impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.9:40 to go in the third period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avs have a 3-1 lead over the Ducks, out shooting them 33-24. Landeskog back in the second. Marty Necas on the power play here in the third period. Face off to the left of Dostal is won by the Ducks. They'll send it just across the blue line. Touched, and it's icing as Cale Makar is back first ahead of Chris Kreider. McKinnon, Necas, Lehkonen back together with Taves and Makar. Necas' first shot of the game turns out to be a power play goal.
Still no Val Nichushkin on the bench, unfortunately, for the Avalanche either.
Currently being evaluated, we're told. So if we have an update, we'll get it to you. Avs will get it into the Ducks zone. Lacombe behind his own net. Now in front of the Ducks bench is Kreider. Saucer pass at center, blocked by Lehkonen. McKinnon can't get there. He was tied up by Carlson. Lacombe will try again for Anaheim. Pass for Carlson. 1-on-1 was Makar. Shot save made by Wedgwood. And he covers it up and takes a snow shower as well. His whole left sleeve, which is blue, is actually white from the snow shower that he got from Chris Kreider, who I've heard likes the net front in NHL hockey games.
Yes, he does. Him and Jacob Trouba having resurgence years for the Anaheim Ducks after coming over from the New York Rangers. 2 important veterans for the Ducks.
Kreider a -2 in this game tonight. Face off to the right of Wedgwood, right side of the ice. Nelson will take it. Won by the Ducks. Trouba towards the net. Blocker save Wedgwood. Rebound to the corner. Burns baseballs that out of midair. Now it falls into his feet and still can't clear. Down low. This is where the Ducks are dangerous. Centering feed broken up by Josh Manson. Colton trying to go behind the net. He hit the referee, and now Manson will send it out towards center ice, just over the stick of Brock Nelson. Seneca avoided a hit, goes backwards to Trouba. His left in Zellweger to the red line. Fires it around left to right, near side half wall. Seneca overskated it. Ashawn arrives. Slaps it ahead. Landeskog will further it down the wall. Olofsson will try and track down more. Minchikov in there to break it out for the Ducks. Long reach of Olofsson keeps him going backwards, and now Moore will try the right side for Anaheim. Paling a centering feed. Traded from Philadelphia after being traded there as Drury got tangled up.
One of my favorites, Ryan Paling. Great teammate. Lots of speed. Been a good addition to the Ducks this year after coming over in the Zegras trade from Philadelphia.
Is that one of those deals that benefits everybody? Like the Drysdale trade?
I think the Zegras trade that Anaheim made, he needed a change of scenery. Right now it's working out great for the Flyers.
Sure.
And you can't say it's working out poor for the Ducks either. So both teams have benefited for sure.
McKinnon wins a draw. Taves a shot. Hack loose. Necas as Killorn got there. Arturi Lehkonen. Good stick, as the kids say. Pries it free. Necas off the boards. McKinnon arrives. Wants to center it through the neutral zone. And we have
Killorn's down. He's hurt.
Killorn is in between the penalty boxes, and now we have a crowd gathering just outside the Ducks line in the middle of the ice. Hard to see what happened here. McKinnon had the puck in space. I'm not sure there are any penalties, but I do know that Killorn is down and hurt.
I don't think he got hit with a stick. An inadvertent stick, maybe. He looks like he's in quite a bit of distress.
Helmet's off.
Towel to the face, getting off the trainer. He got clipped with something.
Natchez is headed to the box, so 2 and 2 together means that Natchez is going to sit for a high stick.
Now they might call this a double minor and they can review it.
I think it's under review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Killorn goes to hit Natchez, and Natchez puts his stick up to defend him. Oh, he forks him right in the face. So Natchez is protecting himself from Killorn coming at him, and his stick, the toe of his blade, almost hits Killorn head on and grazes him. I bet you Killorn lost some teeth there, which I can tell you is not fun.
We hope Killorn's okay, because here's a good look at it here.
Oh, just. It's unfortunate for Natchez because Killorn is coming to hit him.
Yeah, and Natchez doesn't do this intentionally by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
He had played the puck off the near side glass and then just sort of braced himself. His stick was almost on the follow-through from playing the puck off the board.
Exactly right. I was just going to say, they might take this back and call it a follow-through, because Natchez is following through on his dump-in. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they take this penalty off the board altogether.
Because it's not just a follow-through on a shot. It's a follow-through on playing the puck in any zone, any part of the ice.
This should be a penalty. Let's see what the officials have to say.
Jean Hebert will deliver that information to you.
Review is determined it's a follow-through on the high stick. No penalty on the high stick. 88 grabs the face mask, gets a minor penalty for roughing.
Okay, so it's not a penalty for high sticking, but it's a penalty for roughing on Marty Natchez.
This is ridiculous.
I didn't think that you could just go back and look, and Landeskog's asking Chris Schlenker this now. I thought you could just go back and talk about the penalty, whether it should be assessed or not, or a double, or whatever it should be, because the player was injured on the ice, on the play. You can't call another penalty after that, so one that you missed.
So tell me where the roughing is, though, because they take the high sticking off the board because it's a follow-through. Great, right call. The Ducks come after the Avs after that.
Right.
Natchez isn't going after anybody.
He said that Natchez grabbed the face mask, and Natchez is standing in between the penalty boxes. That doesn't make any sense to me. So Ducks on the power play. Lacombe lets it go. Save made. Rebound out to Parker Kelly, and he'll clear it down ice. 7:27. An aircraft, yes, but the amount of time left in our third period. A 3-1 lead for the Avalanche.
Critical kill for the Avs here. 7 minutes left to go. Two-goal lead. Need the kill.
Offside Anaheim. Avs stand tall at their own blue line. 24 seconds gone in the man advantage. Natchez, who scored on the power play in this period, now sits in the penalty box. Still have yet to see a replay, EJ, of the grabbing of the face mask.
Yeah, we never saw it.
Coach Quinville is beyond animated behind the Ducks bench.
4-letter word.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yep.
Another good stick here from the Avs, but they can't clear the zone. Gauthier, boy, what a steal by Brent Burns. He picked a pocket and cleared for the Avs. 1:17 to go in the power play. That would be the quickest power play of all time. As Anaheim brings it back ahead. Lehkonen is right there. Ducks can't do anything with it. They clear it one more time. Minute gone. And Natchez is minor. Lacombe to the blue line, off the boards, through the skates of the linesman. Now Troy Terry to center ice. Carlson. Hacked at by Burns. Off the wall. Kreider backwards for Lacombe. Now to the corner. Carlson has it one more time. Centering feed. Shot blocked. Can Burns get there? He can. Ahead for Jack Drury. 2-on-2 shorthanded. Drury for Parker Kelly as the Avs' only shorthanded goal this year. Drury pushes it wide inside the Duck zone. He'll just keep it there. Smart play by Jack Drury with 30 seconds to go in the power play to just waste some time.
So good by Drury. Great by the Avs. Standing the line, not letting the Ducks to enter with speed.
Makar will take this, and he'll send it the distance. Nothing happening at all on this Ducks power play. 10 seconds left. As it's put ahead by Trouba. Fires it around right to left. Hacked at by Cale Makar. Taves with it. 3-on-1. And Taves joins the fray. Back door. It's Brock Nelson, and I think it was Dostal's paddle. They got in the way to break that up. Power play, as you heard, is over. As Natchez comes out of the box, Vetrano will wrap it around. Taves shovels it behind his own net for Cale Makar. Has to dance around a broken stick. Meanwhile, Brock Nelson, cross center ice, avoided a hit from Trouba. Always have to have your head on a swivel when Jacob Trouba's on the ice. That hitting style is not conducive for you to remain uninjured. Nestorenko, shot from distance, save made by Wedgwood, no rebound anywhere. We'll get a whistle and a timeout. 5:02 to go in the third. Shots are 35-28 Colorado. They lead the Ducks 3-1 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, take a look in the mirror this morning. Guys, you've worked so hard to be a journeyman electrician. I'm sure you're proud of what you do. People tell you that you're one of the best, but your pay and benefits, they don't say that. It's time for you to call my friends over at IBEW Local 68 so you can earn at least $46 per hour, plus over $20 an hour in benefits. Guys, I want you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 68, or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
You already know that I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. Does it make a difference? Consider this. In medicine, you go to a specialist for the best care. And in law, you should as well. At Ramos Law, I bring my experience as an emergency medicine physician into the courtroom. We speak the language of doctors and the language of law. That means better understanding, better advocacy, and better results. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.502 to go in the third period. Paul Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 3-1 lead over the Ducks of Anaheim. Faceoff will beat the left of Scott Wedgwood. Took a bump back in the second period. A goaltender interference minor was called on Jackson McCall, but Wedgwood has recovered since then. Taves, Makar are the only Avs on the ice right now. McKinnon, Natchez, and Lehkonen. You hear the impatient whistle from linesman Libor Suchanek. And the top line will pour out there for Colorado. And 5 minutes to go in the third period. 2-goal lead for the Avs. McKinnon digs in, wins it back for Taves. Taves on the money for McKinnon. It hit a duck. What, did somebody step on a duck? Sorry, that's twice tonight. So no icing. McKinnon, meanwhile, near side half wall, sends it to the far corner. Everybody was up high. Turnover, Ducks kept in far point by Natchez. McKinnon keeps it himself. McKinnon, Natchez fanned on the one-timer. Puck was not flat on the ice, and now McKinnon will charge back and help try and steal it away from Carlson. Drop pass, Carlson. Got around McKinnon. Pass towards the net, save made. Wedgwood covers it up and finally gets the whistle. Carlson is so smooth and calm in tight spaces. Even one of the better defensive forwards in the league, Nathan McKinnon, wasn't able to do anything there, but Wedgwood made the stop and halts proceedings with 4:26 to go in the third period. Again, the Avalanche have 3 goals from Lehkonen, Landeskog, and Natchez. Leo Carlson has his 11th of the year for the Ducks. Goals in 4 straight now for Carlson. McKinnon just 2 points again on the night, gets to 31 in the season, continues to lead the National Hockey League. Burns up and out. Drury tries the same, denied twice, and now the third try is kicked to center by Landeskog. Gets to the red line, will send it deep. Olofsson on the forecheck as he applies pressure on Ian Moore. Far side half wall. Drury creates a diversion. Rifled in by Brent Burns. Puck will sit behind the goal of Dostal. Now at center ice, Burns sort of got burned by Seneca. Seneca turns back high in the zone. Shadowed by Jack Drury. Connects with Moore in the corner. Moore trying to get away. As of the deep slot, hands it off. Shot save made by Wedgwood. He got a left pad on it. Now Manson hacks at it. Burns trying to get there. Cutter Gauthier towards the net front. Puck was moved, and now there's a player in the paint behind Wedgwood. As get to the loose puck, they'll send it down ice. That was Mason McTavish. Referee said that McTavish got there because of an Avs defenseman, and that is true. Josh Manson had checked McTavish into the back of the net, and then he fell on Wedgwood. As Dostal's going to go to the bench. Net is empty for the Ducks. Down 2 with 3:27 to go in the third period. Face off for Drury. Can't win it. It's Terry. Taps it back for Lacombe. His pass blocked by Drury. Stays in the zone, though. Terry holds. Leaves it up top for Drew, but Lacombe a drive. Glove save made by Wedgwood, and he hangs on. Avs can change if they want. The back of an icing, they will. Top pops. Taves, McCarr, McKinnon, Nelson, Lehkonen. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third period. Carlson against McKinnon. Carlson, 52.6%. He's actually going to go aside for Mason McTavish. McTavish wins the draw. Carlson couldn't get away from McKinnon. Poked it free. Net still empty for the Ducks. Taves up but not out. Blocked. Rocketed back in by the Ducks. Taves held for a moment. Got it back from Kreider in the corner. Taves with it one more time. Doesn't have a play out of the zone, so he'll just hold it over there. Now McCarr waiting for it to pop loose. Avs have both defensemen over there. They have to be careful. Pops free. Kicked ahead. Swatted at. Down low. And Anaheim misses the net high over the top. They regain possession. Lacombe. Terry bumped aside by Taves. Lehkonen trying to get there. Kreider all the way through and all the way around. Brock Nelson. Can he get there? Holds up. Looking for help. Nelson leaves it. McKinnon taps it wide. He's got a man wide open. It's Parker Kelly. Go ahead. Taps it into a wide open net. His last 3 games for Parker Kelly, and he may have put the icing on the cake for the Colorado Avalanche. McKinnon gets the assist. 12 points his last 3 games for the Dog. With 2:21 to go in the third period, Colorado 4, Anaheim 1. Face-off at center ice is won by Jansen Harkins. Here's Alan Roach.
Goal scored by number 17, Parker Kelly. His 5th goal of the season, assisted by number 29, Nathan McKinnon. Time of the goal, 17:39 seconds.
So McKinnon gets the assist. Now Ross Colton in the neutral zone lays it off. A little bit too nonchalant. Avs will give it back to the Ducks. 1:45 to go in the third. It's Nathan McKinnon's 103rd three-point game of his career. And now he's just 3 away from more franchise history. We'll talk about that coming up Thursday versus the Buffalo Sabres. Unbelievable. Shot from the Ducks. Save made Wedgwood. Paling is there. Another try. Save made by Wedgwood again with Malinsky lying there. Wedgwood finds it in a pile and covers it up with 1:18 to go in the third period. Paling had a chance in between the circles. It was Nestorenko who had to try. Malinsky may have blocked it, but again, Wedgwood found it in a crowd. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Jack Drury on the faceoff. Wins it for Brent Burns in the corner. Burns up the wall. Gave it to the Ducks. That shot misses the net. Does it stay in the zone? Yes. Ellison bypasses Ross Johnston. Burns throws a hit. Drury off the glass. Over the shoulder of Ross Colton. And I think that's a hand pass, perhaps, on the Ducks. Faceoff will come to the neutral zone with 62 seconds. They go in the third period. Shots are pretty even, 36-35 Avs. They have a 4-1 lead. Trying to stop the league's longest winning streak in its tracks. Drury leaves it for Burns. He'll charge across center ice down the right wing. Burns, toe drag. Broken up and deposited back the other way by Anaheim. Icing is waved off. Drury did his best to go as slow as he could. But now Manson angles it for Brindley. Has a man towards the net front. That's deflected. Ross Colton has it anyhow. Colton centers it for Brindley. Off a skate as Minchikov got in the way. 25 seconds to go in the third. Ashawn to his right and Malinsky. Returns it to Ashawn. He looks ahead. Up the gut. Touched by Anaheim. No icing. 14 left. McTavish across the red line. Kreider. Shot, glove save made by Wedgwood, and he's just going to hang on. We're going to add some time back on the clock. It says 2 seconds. 1. The clock ran out. They're definitely going to put about 5.5 seconds back on here. But just prolonging and delaying the inevitable at this point. Like, you know what? Just run the 5 seconds off. .6. That was close. Face off to the left of Wedgwood. Drury will take it for the Avs. He wins it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Sound the horn. The Anaheim Ducks and stop the league's longest winning streak at 7. Colorado has won 4 in a row, and they beat Anaheim by a final score of 4-1. For Gabe Landeskog, it's the 44th game-winning goal of his career, and that ties Peter Stastny